Ugh.
You were present at what? At least one.
At least one.
How many you have?
I just have one
Oh.
4-year-old. Yeah.
There you go.
That's it. Maybe more, hopefully. All right, I want to just go ahead and introduce everybody. If this is your first time, okay, I'm already screwing
It's
up.
your first time.
My first time. I haven't drank anything yet.
Get you some room.
My room. But if this is not your first time, welcome back to another episode of the Righteous Anger Podcast. And it's gone. Okay, that was just a little bit for you. So, guess what? Crazy, absolute crazy day today. Do we have a MMA fighter in here with us today?
Boy, that would be wild,
One.
wouldn't it?
We got one.
Come on, man. Play along.
Okay, we got one. Me.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. We have none.
We have no MMA fighter.
Nothing.
Do we have a massage therapist?
We do not.
No.
Do we have a real estate mogul?
We don't. We got two moms.
We've got two moms, and that's even crazier. So check it out. We've got Eric's mom, Alice. The
Hello.
great and wonderful Alice. How are you today?
I'm great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She's just great. I never thought anybody's mom would want to come here at all, ever. And your mom just steps up.
I threw it out there. She's like, yeah, I'll come on.
Oh my
I
gosh.
never
It
thought she would show
was
up either.
a joke at first.
Oh, wow. You
Then-
took it to the next level.
Some,
Now,
He
some
did.
wrangling had
He
to happen.
did, yeah.
see, I learned something
Yeah.
about your son because when you walked in, I have this big dog,
Mm-hmm.
and he looks aggressive, but anybody knows boxers, they're just happy and want to lick your
yeah.
face. Alice, you don't like,
It's not that I don't like dogs. I'm just afraid of them.
she's afraid of the dog.
I love dogs.
Raider's
I actually
such a
want to
sweetheart.
have one.
And let me tell you something, even if you're not afraid of dogs, you love dogs, Raider coming at you to lick you,
It's a little intimidating.
it's intense. It's very intense.
Whoa,
and
buddy.
I had a puppy. I had a puppy for 3 hours.
for 3
Are you
hours,
talking about that little white dog?
Yes.
Oh, Alice.
what
I had a
happened?
puppy. He
She
wanted
stole
to
it.
bite me. He kept.
She's a
biting
dog
me.
napper.
He knew I was afraid of him.
No, I think he was trying to nurse on your earlobes.
No,
I don't
no.
think he was trying to bite
He
you.
growled aggressively.
The little white chihuahua
Yes,
puppy?
yes,
Oh.
yes. So
And let me tell you something, Chihuahua is way more dangerous
Yes.
than that boxer upstairs.
well,
They could be mean.
I'm gonna try again.
Compensating.
Honestly, my wife used to be a dog groomer back in the day. She's gotten to see temperaments of all kinds of dogs, and she'd be the best person to recommend a breed of dog that would be whatever you're looking for. I mean, she's a wizard at this.
German Shepherd?
We're gonna do a German Shepherd. 'Cause
Oh, really?
My husband wants one. So we just bought a house.
Is that why
next-
you said Jess has the hips of a German Shepherd? Because
I didn't mean that
We
as an
have to say
insult.
that on
Actually,
air.
I think German Shepherds are beautiful dogs.
they are beautiful dogs, but
I was
you were
not referring to her as a dog.
no, of course
Just
not.
putting
No,
that out
I'm
there.
just wondering what like the viewers are thinking. Like hips of a German Shepherd. We got to see this girl's hips. What do they look like?
What do they look
Well, what I
like?
meant, you know, how hips, the German Shepherd hips. they
Their
go.
hips are. That's the first
They're
thing to
bad.
go.
They're pretty bad.
They're pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
But she's got nice legs.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Long and sleek. And, no.
Mom approved legs, man.
Yes. Got the mom seal of approval.
That's awesome.
Great.
That's awesome.
I need a tattoo that says that like right on the back of my calf
Just
or
mom approved
something.
legs?
Yeah, mom approved.
Wow, that's not a good tattoo.
Hey, incidentally, if anybody wants a tattoo, I've got the setup ready to go. Just saying.
He's a tattoo artist.
And I'm a tattoo artist.
Mom, you gonna put mom on you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the
sure.
same time you put Jessica on you, right? Yeah.
Whoa, wait. He's got a rule
Which
about
I
that.
just meant was never.
Oh, okay.
Right? Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't do spouse or girlfriend or anything names because I've seen, and I've only been in the
Oh,
tattoo
I've seen
world.
A bad one.
I've only been
Yeah.
in the tattoo world for since 2011, however many years that is. What is that?
6.
6 years. But anybody who gets a tattoo of the other person's name, it's like divorce the next year. It's
Yes.
terrible.
It's like
Yeah.
the sweater
a
curse,
curse.
for knitting.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to knit your significant other a sweater because it's just going to end the relationship.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 'cause-
Yeah, it's
That's from a
It's
knitter.
a knitting thing. Yeah.
We have an authentic
What did you
knitter in
call
the
her?
house.
A knitter.
We can't say things like
What
that
up,
on this
man?
podcast.
What up, my knitters?
There's a shirt that says that.
Speaking of tattoos, no.
I'm maybe a little heart,
No, I wanna
flames
get
coming
my-
from it.
Get my sister a tattoo, you know?
Oh.
Wanna get my
Well, you
sister-
know a
Oh, she
tattoo
was
artist.
talking about that, last night or the night before that?
Yeah.
There you go.
With the infinity.
I need a matching Mason on this one from Oliver Mason.
You've got business.
What
right
is that?
Here.
What is that from?
This is my son, Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
And then my oldest son, Mason. I have this one for him. But he's kind of jealous that he's kind of hidden down by my ankle and Oliver's up where everybody can see. So.
See, that's why I put all my kids on my back.
Nice.
Really? They're
Where
on
they
your back?
belong.
Yeah. I have a bouquet of balloons.
See,
And they all have my kids' initials.
see, and what was it? There was a lady who came in who had the same thing, not balloons, but it was like a tree or her kids' names, and it was like, yeah, I carry them on my back
That's
forever.
right. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
So before I go too far here, I do want to introduce the great Jess, the great and lovely Jess. How are you, my dear?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So
Right on.
nice.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you guys think about the incredibly tiny room?
Way smaller than it looks on camera.
Cozy though, right?
Yeah. I don't know if we could fit many more people in here, but yeah.
We can
Well,
try.
Let's see. Last time we had.
That should be a podcast episode.
What's that?
You know
See
how
how
they
many
used
people?
To, like, fit
Yeah, how
people
many
into
people you can get
telephone
in here?
boxes?
That is a genius idea.
The clown car episode.
Yeah.
Number from 15 to 20. Go.
On how many I think would fit
No,
in.
No,
or
no,
I'm
no.
just
Just
guessing?
pick a number from 15.
17.
17th episode.
Oh,
Yep,
cool.
that's it.
Clown car office episode.
Right on.
We'll just invite everybody.
I love that we're
Wow.
doing that now. We're doing like a guess a number. You get to pick that show.
That
What's
was you,
happening.
man. You started
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's
That was-
good.
you did that with Baron, right?
Yeah. When's
Sam
he coming
Valmet.
back? 13, right?
I don't remember
Yeah,
now.
we'll have to look it up.
Oh, we might be screwing it up before it's even started.
I know. We got to make sure.
You need a list or a calendar.
Yes, absolutely. I need a yeah. I also need a secretary.
I was
Yeah.
just going to say that. You need a secretary, just
I
saying.
need an office manager.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I was mansplaining just then.
No, you were
Oh,
man terming.
I heard the new name for mansplaining is correctile dysfunction.
Oh, my God.
I love it. Oh, correctile dysfunction.
That is
That's
genius.
great.
Dude, that's
That's
genius.
good.
I'm sorry, I'm suffering from correctile dysfunction. I'm using that from now on. No one can be mad at me after that. Who's going to be mad at
It's
me?
definitely self-deprecating.
I bet you I could be in the front of a tribunal of some sort, like some sort of job
What's that?
tribunal.
Said if it lasts more than 4 hours.
Call
Yeah.
a doctor.
Call a doctor.
Have you been mansplaining for 4 hours or longer?
Call a doctor.
Do you have correctile dysfunction?
Call a doctor.
Where did you,
We make a little blue pill.
Jess? Where did
It
you?
was online somewhere. It was like on Facebook. I just
Correctile.
People,
Yeah.
my friends, like all of a sudden last year, I started just posting, I did not use Facebook at all, except to, just every once in a while go on there. And then one day I was like, the one thing I'm going to do on Facebook is I'm going to be the curator of just interesting and funny things. And so that's been my mission on Facebook, because I don't like to get into something unless there's some sort of point to it. And my point, my friends will tell you, they're like, well, first of all, they know whenever I'm dropping a deuce, because that's usually when the barrage of content's happening
Okay.
Leo's
he's
posting.
sitting on the
He's
toilet.
taking a dump.
He's-
on the toilet. So I
It's like
probably,
the
face
dump
pooping.
cast.
I'm face pooping.
He's face pooping.
Nice. Just don't face poop. And
That's how
no,
you get pink eye.
ooh,
Oh.
ooh. I saw a guy today in a bathroom. This is never how good stories.
no.
Actually, this is how great stories begin. So I saw a guy in the bathroom today. All right, we both using the urinal. He finishes first. Start washing my hands. He finishes first, but he goes and he does the trick, and I hate the trick.
Explain the trick.
Okay. Whenever you've got a guy, usually a guy, right? He just got done peeing. You guys know that involves touching yourself, right?
Right.
Okay. And splash, possibly, okay? Most women don't know that. That happens. All right.
Moms know that.
Moms know that, right?
Moms of boys know that.
Okay. Well, you guys know. And this guy, he's one of many that I've caught that will go What?
No, Cammy says hi. And
Oh.
your
Oh, cool.
sisters
Hi,
are
Cammy.
watching.
Hey,
My
Cammy.
sisters?
Yeah, your sisters are watching.
Are
Zodi
you
and Millie.
serious?
Yeah, Zodi and Millie are watching right now.
Nice.
Cool.
got
Hi,
fans.
sisters.
Just got better.
Hey, I'm gonna get a tattoo.
The trick is
The sister sign.
So the trick in the toilet,
Yeah, I
right,
want to hear this.
Yeah, me too.
is that after they're done peeing, they go over to the sink, they turn it on for a second, they pretend to put their hands in the water, turn it off real quick, get the towel or whatever, and then just leave.
Ew.
No soap.
Why fake?
Why
washing
fake
your
it?
hands?
That's what I said. Nobody in their right mind goes, oh, well, he tried.
Oh my
that
god.
was a good
Well,
effort.
it looks like we're gonna find out how they wash their hands soon, because they're doing those men and ladies bathrooms.
What are you
Oh,
talking about?
unisex bathrooms.
Yeah, unisex bathrooms.
That's right.
pretty soon.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a brave new
That
world.
makes me
I
uncomfortable.
personally don't like it. I
No.
think it's crazy.
Is that going to be in addition to men and women? And then there's going to be like a.
Is it just-
communal
is it
bathroom?
just
'Cause
gonna
I
be-
don't know if I want
They
a
already
communal
have it
bathroom.
at the airport. I saw
We
it.
can't have communist bathrooms.
Look,
They do have one at the airport because I saw it. They
for
have-
as hard as a lot of young women try to make young men believe that they don't poop, they're gonna ruin.
Yo, I've
illusion.
never hid that. I don't know. I got to go. I got
Never
to
keeps it
go.
in either.
Or
Hey.
guys are really going to start to wonder, wait a minute, girls actually don't poop. Like, girls are going
Wait
to
a
stop
second.
pooping
Stop
in
pooping.
public.
Yeah,
Ask my
Totally.
husband. Yes.
women are gonna be turning brown.
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
see
god.
women walking around like this.
Just huddled in pain in the fetal position. Oh,
You got
Oh,
another
man.
stomach
No.
ache today?
yeah, just every day.
Honey, go do it. It's just a bathroom.
I got irritable bowel syndrome and I can't
my
do anything
God.
about it.
Ooh.
We're seriously sitting here talking about poop.
Well, we give them what they want.
It's not the first time
We like to
that
talk
you
about
guys
food.
have
show.
had stuff
It's
like
all-
that on.
You know, we go where it takes us.
Well, we started with face poop because I was letting you guys
Yeah.
know. You know.
Yeah.
So it's my fault.
Trails off.
We all got to know whose fault it is, and it's mine.
So guys talk to each other in the bathrooms?
Nah, some do.
There's an unspoken rule
It's
about
yeah,
that.
I know.
Yeah,
That's what
it's
I
like-
thought. I thought it
Well,
was a rule that
all
men
right.
just don't even look at each other.
So
It's not like
when,
girls.
when you're at the urinal, it's hilarious because usually, all right, this is the normal man code. If you're at the urinal and the other guy's at the urinal at the same time, silence.
you don't even look at each
Don't even look. But as soon as you disengage from the urinal, even if the other guy's still going, now you're allowed to
other.
talk.
Talk. Oh, okay. All
Now
right.
there are some guys that'll walk right up and looking
man.
over, hey man,
Oh, dude.
jeez,
How about them caps, huh? Go caps.
and nothing worse. You know, it's really funny. Okay, I'm just letting it all out here, but it's really funny being it sucks being a short guy next to a tall guy
Because you're
Oh
using the
my-
kids'
It's in your
urinal
face.
already.
because you're no. It's, there's always the short urinal and the tall urinal. Which one do I use?
I'll just go for the short one.
No, but like, like if you got a guy that's your height or a little bit taller, you know he can't see past the barrier. But if he's tall,
Super
So
tall.
they're getting looks on you, and you can't.
I can't look back. Yeah,
No.
I told you about the guys
Oh
that
my
do the
God.
lean, right? I've seen that a couple times.
I've never seen the
That's
lean.
So
Dude.
it's so uncomfortable.
That's
he
creepy.
just leans over the barrier,
Hey.
looks, and it's like, hey, what's going on?
What's
down
going
there?
on down there?
Oh my god.
I have never. Well, there are women who like will
Wait.
sneaky look through the crack in your door,
That's
but
That's
but I've never had like a woman be like, "Hey, what's
what you
going
got
on
going
in
on
there?" Like,
I love the. Okay, so in the military, I don't know if you dealt with this, but in the military, especially in boot camp, no doors on stalls.
right?
Oh, no, we had doors.
right.
We lucked out
I'm
in,
gonna get some
at
more
Fort
of that.
Leonard Wood. What? Oh, you want more wine?
Well,
Oh, here while you're at it.
in the Navy, there's no doors on stalls when I was going through, and yeah, you're just sitting there doing your business, and guys walking by, and you have no choice to,
I experienced that at MEPS, but I didn't make it all the way through. But yes.
I didn't know you went to MEPS.
Yeah, for the Army. But then I found out I'm diabetic, so that didn't work out.
Type 1.
Yeah.
So that's the it's not my fault diabetes.
It's the
no.
kids' fault, right?
It's the what?
You had that before you had kids, right?
I don't know for sure.
Oh, okay.
I found out when I was, I think, 23 or 24 at MEPS. But when they looked back in my medical records, I had given birth to my first son when I was 18 at Bethesda Naval Medical Center.
Oh yeah.
They looked back in my records and found out that I was diabetic when I was pregnant with him, but they had never told me.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know from earlier on
If there was,
if I had it before.
what made you want to join the army? Opportunity,
Oh my
college.
God, I was
Did you want to be like Rambo?
young. No.
I did.
No, I wasn't really the Rambo type.
I
I
still
wanted
do.
to go into the medical part of. I
Oh.
wanted to be a doctor or a nurse or something like that.
I could
But,
see you being a nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do something in the medical field now.
Yeah.
Vision therapist.
So not a massage therapist, but
No.
I can work your eyes out.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
My
kind of like
finger.
I can give you a headache for the rest of the night.
Awesome.
good.
And then you can go see a massage therapist.
What'd you think?
work it out.
Right.
What'd you think about that massage therapy episode?
I thought it was neat.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting. And the thing about Shannon is that being somebody who's been doing it for 10 years, it's a whole different perspective. Because, you know, when you're getting the services done, that's different from the person.
Yeah.
Could you imagine having to use your hands like that all day, just touching anything and everything?
Could you imagine? I actually had thought about being a massage therapist, but it's so hard on your body that I don't think I could do it. It's so painful.
As a
Or it could be.
as a tattoo artist, we are very susceptible to carpal tunnel. Because I don't know, have you guys ever seen the machinery and stuff? You guys seen it? So I've got a couple of different machines, right? And one, I didn't give it a nickname yet, but it's humongous because it's got 3 coils instead of just 2, right? The normal has 2. And it's like you're using this pencil, right? I mean, granted,
I imagine it's top heavy and it pulls your hand back.
that's
right?
exactly
Yeah.
all day, and you're just sitting there, and you know, I've done like marathons, 8-hour marathon
Holy crap.
tattoos, where I'm hurting worse than the person is because they're numb by then. So I'm just sitting there like,
That's impressive.
8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 hours of tattoo work.
Yeah, well, that takes a special kind of person.
Yeah.
The set,
Masochist, you might say.
yeah.
Does your hands feel like buzzy when you're done? Like after you mow the lawn for an hour?
No, it's not that
would've
much.
thought that-
Yeah, it's not that. I know exactly what you're talking about, but it's not that intense. It's very subtle, and they make these new machines that are rotary. So instead of the
Oh, okay.
up and down like this, the needle moves up and down on a circle
Oh,
track,
okay.
and that's pretty cool. But there's like this unspoken thing between new age and old
I
school.
ain't gonna use none of that new technology.
That new technology, it's like new rap.
Shoot.
New rap. What are these kids mumbling about?
Barely rapping.
Barely rapping.
I can make a hook and I can sing a chorus. That's
Yeah.
all I need.
Saying the same word over and over and over and over
Oh, it's terrible.
What?
and over and over.
Okay.
Okay.
That one song
Yeah.
had the B word.
Oh,
The
yeah.
B word over and over and
Yeah.
over and over and over and over, and the kid is like making mad money.
Yeah, well.
Mad money.
Yeah,
That's right. So where are you from? You've got an accent of some kind.
New York,
That's right, New York.
New York,
What part of New York?
upstate.
Where are you
But
from?
I was born in
Yeah.
Manhattan.
Manhattan.
I lived there for about 10 years, and then I lived upstate.
What part?
Um,
Are you allowed to
by
say?
the Catskills.
Oh yeah,
the Catskill Valley?
I've actually been up there. I did a. I was playing drums for this band at a camp,
Okay.
and so we drove up there, and I'm just like, man, I did not know New York could be so.
Green.
Yeah, like
It's beautiful, man.
it's foresty
It
up
is.
here,
It's
Hudson
country.
Valley?
It's all country up there. It's beautiful.
Lots of trees.
Most of my family lives
and
up there.
hippies. I couldn't believe the amount of hippies up
Yeah.
there.
Lots of hippies.
That's up by Bethel Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All Woodstock
Woodstock,
refugees.
yeah.
That's right. It was all like Woodstock memorabilia and
No, they just
Yeah.
went to Woodstock and they said, let's stay here. Let's have kids here.
Yeah.
start a commune.
Yeah,
We
why
shall,
not?
we shall
Man,
make
Man.
love and have many children.
We don't gotta eat meat, man.
hey man, is weed legal here yet, man?
Almost.
Still,
Getting there, still working on it.
still, man. Now, do you guys have to, up in upstate? Do you guys have to? Are you subject, like here in in the Northern Virginia area? All of Virginia is subject to Northern Virginians' like whims because politically, it's all about Northern Virginia. This is where all the
We
money.
got all the power.
That's where all the power and money. So all these country folk down there that are like, "Make America great again," are like,
What was that song we saw?
Was that?
We'll get the South back again.
Man. Some
We
guy
will
had a
have the
truck.
South back.
It was like emblazoned with the rebel flag.
rebel flag. Yeah,
They said the
Lord.
South will rise again.
South will
South
rise
rise
again.
again, yes.
I watched Gone with the Wind. I don't think it's coming back,
No,
man.
man. They burnt it down.
They burnt it down.
man.
Yeah.
The union's coming. Oh
Yeah,
no!
The union's been here.
But
So,
but like in Virginia, it's interesting. As soon as you get to Northern Virginia, it's like people talk. My mom, she's actually from Southern Virginia.
she got twang.
Oh yeah, that people don't talk like that anywhere else in Virginia practically.
I
I mean,
don't talk like that.
Yeah, you do.
Norfolk accent's coming through a little bit.
oh, Norfolk doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
Norfolk kind of. I mean, I was stationed there. Norfolk is like New York or DC, where it's like a melting pot. There's so many.
A mixture of accents.
Yeah, it kind of messes with the area, but all you got to do is go a little bit north of there, a little bit west of there, and you're right back down to, down south. Dead air.
Dead air. So, let's talk about this stuff you're on. These drugs you're taking.
Oh my gosh. Listen, I got to do this. I got to do it.
Oh gosh.
Not if I pull that out. That's what she said.
Leave it in.
Hello, testing 1 2. Okay. All right. Hey, can everybody hear? Can everybody hear what I'm saying?
No.
All right. So I just wanted to, All right. I just wanted to let everybody know that, and this goes out to you, Mr. Joe Rogan. Thank you for introducing me to On It, the brand On It. So I've been skeptical of a lot of different things, right? So the only supplements that I was taking was omega-3 fish krill oil pills or whatever,
Oh, yeah, heart health.
heart health and brain health apparently. And I was taking, let me see what my levels are. Levels are good. Okay. And I was taking multivitamin, which of course Eric in his scientific mind said, you're just going to piss it all out. So
You did piss it all out, didn't you?
I don't know. I can't see it in the
He's
piss.
like testing his
Green.
feet. He's got
Yeah,
test strips in the back.
like it looks like I'm trying to do a pregnancy test. What is this?
Positive.
Tanya's like, what's going on?
What is going on? Did you guys know that if you use a right out of the box pregnancy test, you know exactly how many? No, that doesn't work.
No.
But
Yeah, I can picture that scene too. Tanya's watching you. Are we pregnant?
are we pregnant? But where's the baby going to come out of? I don't know.
Yeah, it's coming out of there, sweetheart.
Hopefully the Holy Spirit will come into me and deliver the baby out of me. I don't see that'll make you believe. That'll make you believe in God.
That's what
That'll make you believe in God.
I'm a believer then. So I started doing a little bit of research after I listened to Joe Rogan talk about this On It stuff, and they've got a pretty good deal where if you don't feel like you got what you are supposed to get out of these supplements in 30 days, you can return them, which is a complete marketing scam because anybody who is hoping that these things work,
Give it 30 days.
they'll give it more than 30 days.
Yeah.
They'll go, maybe I just need a little bit more. Okay, thank you for your money. And then
Yeah.
now you're hooked, right?
It's legal drug dealing.
Legal drug dealing. Thank you. So I went ahead, I went on the On It website and I'm checking out, I'm saying, okay, all right. He talks about Shroom Tech Sport, he talks about New Mood, and he talks about Alpha Brain. And so I took there's a special pack called Joe's Choicers. I forget what it's called, but it's
Joe's
like
stuff.
Joe's something, right? Because Joe Rogan, these are the 3 that he likes. So I said, I'm going to try it out.
Rogan, that's
Yeah, maybe give some
wrestler, right?
context.
UFC.
yeah.
Yeah, the guy does that.
The fighting, yeah. Okay.
And so I got these 3 things, right? And
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you guys, all right, so what is New Mood supposed to do? New Mood is supposed to elevate what is it? The
Serotonin level.
serotonin levels so that you feel better, right?
Yeah.
Okay? So that's basically what New Mood, it does a lot of other stuff. It actually makes you sleepier because it has L-tryptophan, which is the same stuff people say they got turkey. Yeah. So New Mood supposed to make you feel better. Kind of the same feeling that you get when you take
Yeah, let me look at that.
NOI inhibitors. Is that what it is?
Yeah, MAOI.
MAOI
You
inhibitors.
might be thinking of serotonin reuptake inhibitors. It might have the same.
That's
effect.
probably what I'm thinking. So,
SSRI.
so this is supposed to do that, but with natural ingredients, right?
Nice.
Then you've got Shroom Tech Sport, which is
It's shrooms.
it's not well, it is
You
shrooms.
trip for a little while.
This is insane. Okay, so Shroom
Wait,
Tech.
what?
No,
Wait, what?
Gluten free.
Gluten-free, that's right. And I'm on a gluten-free diet now, thanks to my
Wow.
wife. Yeah,
boy.
it's working pretty
How's that
good.
going up?
It's good.
Everything coming out?
Oh yeah, perfectly.
Here goes bathroom banter again.
So,
Go back to it.
so Shroom Tech Sport's really interesting because you know where this stuff comes from?
Mushrooms?
Yeah, but you know what kind of mushrooms?
No, what kind of mushrooms?
Cordyceps. Do you know what
I have
cordyceps
no
are?
idea what cordyceps are.
A cordyceps mushroom is a mushroom that grows off of dead, like insects, basically. Okay.
Crap. Dead
So-
insect shroom.
So it's like one of those smart, like creepy things. So basically, I could be talking right out of my butt right now, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. So it actually invades the insect, kills the insect.
Oh yeah,
And
this is the
takes
zombie
over-
ones.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I know what
It's
you're
the
talking
zombie
about.
insect.
Yeah.
Just takes over the brain, makes them crawl up. Real
Makes them
high,
crawl up
and
so
then
that they get
grow.
right. That's what these are. But
Eric,
apparently,
you know this is my crunchy stuff, right?
It's super crunchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah, Joe Rogan's pretty
There's like
crunchy.
chamomile in there and
Oh, yeah.
valerian root.
Do you take any
It's
supplements,
great.
Ma?
Yeah.
Yeah. Say hi to Zodi because she feels like you're not participating.
Oh my
Oh.
God, it's Zodi! Hi, Zodi!
I do. Yeah, I do because I have high cholesterol,
Oh, okay.
so I have to take supplements for that.
Supplements or medicine?
No,
Right.
I take both. I take
Oh, okay.
prescribed, and then I take some over the counter that I found some a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Alex says you don't. You're lying.
Thanks, Alex.
So,
Love
So-
you, girls.
So Shroom Tech, basically what that does is it oxygenates your blood even more.
nice.
And I take a daily vitamin.
You just pee it out, Mom.
I know, but I take it.
I'm being good.
I take that one a day,
That's what I was taking. Apparently you just pee
along
it
with
out.
all the other drugs,
Yeah, right. And then-
legal drugs.
Yeah, that's right. You better. I do have police officer friends.
They're prescribed.
That's right. Legal drugs.
That's
Prescriptions.
Right. Prescription.
So the last one. This is the most
I
important
share.
one.
Now I'm gonna say these were awesome. I did like New. I think New Mood definitely works, especially before bed. Shroom Tech I think works, but I'm not sure because I think you're supposed to work out when you do it, and I
Yeah,
don't.
That I don't do. Yeah, I don't do that.
But Alpha Brain, everybody, Alpha Brain.
I've seen a marked improvement.
Holy crap, this stuff
Seriously?
works.
Yeah, it works really well.
Oh my gosh, I can
Welcome
code
to-
now. I've always wanted to learn how to code, and I couldn't code, like not quickly, and understanding the concepts.
So I should take that if I want to take like a medical coding and billing.
Yeah, if you want any kind of
Because
brain,
I was thinking about that
if you
when
want
I
any
get back
kind
home.
of brain improvement.
Here, I'll pass it along. But
Yeah.
Alpha
No, I'm
Brain,
serious.
out of all of these,
It is.
Alpha
I am
Brain.
having like
Oh, it's called Shroom Tech.
It's
I was
called-
Like, it says
Memory
shroom.
loss.
No, there's no shrooms in it. My
I'm thinking
goodness.
about ordering.
Hang
By
on,
the
let me
way.
take a couple of these.
You're thinking about getting some?
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting.
Just do the. Just do.
Just,
Look,
just do a double order.
you're smart enough for the 30-day thing that you'll know. You'll know. It'll be day 29. You'll be like, this doesn't work, and then get your money back.
Okay, I'll try it out.
And
I'll have to mix
you can
that with
test your
the-
piss to see if
Oh,
you're
but you know
pissing
what?
Yeah, I
it
Not
might- I
all
might
of
get it.
these are gluten free. This one has straw in it.
Oh no.
What's
Well, that's the-
straw?
Oat.
Oh,
Well, that's the best one.
It says straw in parentheses, but
That's the best one though. That's the one I feel like really works.
and how long have you been taking it?
I've been on it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and marked improvement.
And you have seen an improvement.
I can do things now and focus on things I couldn't do before.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's pretty crazy. And I mean, the thing that really sold me wasn't Joe Rogan. It was all the people on the reviews. And you know, when you're on Amazon, you're just like, look, that's all you're looking at is reviews because you're trying to be like, is this BS? I want somebody else to tell me because I don't buy anything unless it's got reviews on it. What about you guys?
Yeah. I
reviews,
like to read the
especially like
reviews,
the more
definitely.
it costs, the more I'm gonna look at reviews.
Yeah.
Now, my buddy today was talking about a restaurant that he likes, and he was telling me that there was a bad reviewer on Yelp, and he was like saying how one idiot on Yelp that's like, I'm a Yelper, you better, yeah. So like that's a thing, right? Like, so you're telling me I can go on Yelp, and now if I threaten you with that, and you're the
I
owner,
hate that.
That's
I'm gonna go on
underhanded,
Yelp
man.
and I'm gonna. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, do it.
is that what you do?
What?
You tell them just like whatever, just
Sure.
go for it.
Fine by me.
Okay, so what do you do when they flame you online?
Put a little response, short and sweet.
I don't respond. The only time that it would really become a problem, because I used to work at Starbucks, the only time it would be a problem was when they filled out the surveys that come on the receipt, and then they say something bad, because then your manager is going to come and be like, what happened here? But Yelp, they don't, our manager never looked at Yelp stuff.
Yelp's
to
not
see what
powerful?
reviews. I mean, I guess it is, but I don't really
No, I don't anymore.
go on Yelp to check out a place. I'll go eat and find out how it is.
What about
you know?
Google? The Google review
Yeah,
thing.
I'll check out Google reviews.
Isn't it fantastic how Google is our new master?
But it's kind of like the same with movie reviews. Like, I have to go see the movie myself and make a judgment on my own because I don't always
Are you in
agree
your-
with everybody's
Are you in your 20s or 30s?
30s.
Do you remember Siskel and Ebert?
Yeah,
Of course.
2 thumbs up.
yeah.
We
Ebert and
actually
Roper also.
we cared about what they had to say. We
I
believed
never
them.
did.
Oh,
I
you
never
didn't?
did
No.
either.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, so they were just
I'm like her. I have to go see the movie for myself
Yeah.
because what he may think is not a great movie, I might think is a great movie.
Did you guys know?
That's the woman who inspired me to look at things that way.
You know, to be his own person.
Yeah.
Don't. I like to read the reviews, but I don't always pay a lot of attention to them.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that what's the big movie Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah.
Did you know Viacom owns that?
Oh,
No.
that's sneaky.
I never even thought about who owned it.
So everybody looks at Rotten Tomatoes as the most official,
Right.
and Viacom owns it, which means whenever they have a movie coming out,
We're gonna need good reviews on
we're
this.
gonna need good reviews on this.
That and Metacritic, right? Metacritic's the other big one.
And I think they might also be.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know that for. Hey,
You gotta
don't
check it
sue
out.
me. I don't know, but
Check it out.
Well,
So we had a conversation about the nootropics, right? That's what spawned this whole investigation, right? Because I was taking Noopeps for a while.
honestly, no. What sparked the
what sparked it?
what sparked it was I listened to a lot of Joe Rogan Experience,
He just kept going on and on.
and
about
he
it.
won't shut up about it.
He's got to be making something on the
Oh no,
side.
no, he's part owner in the company.
Oh, okay, well there we go.
Which is why I was kind of still skeptical about it.
Ah.
But when I saw all the reviews from like third party vendors, I was like, all right, let me 30-day guarantee. And I'm still within my 30 days. I could still take it be like, nope, didn't work. But honestly, between New Mood and Alpha Brain, those are the two I'm going to keep going. Shroom Tech, I just don't work out enough to actually see a difference. This is supposed to oxygenate your blood. It's kind of like blood doping,
Yeah.
but way not as effective, right?
Yeah.
So you got more oxygen in your blood. You basically have more energy.
Right.
I did not feel like I had more energy with this, but
So, judgment on that guy, guilty. Yeah.
I won't say that. I'll say the jury's out. I'll order
Okay.
this. I'll order this again.
We got righteous anger court.
Yeah. Oh,
Righteous anger court. Court's in session.
so that made the thing go. So yeah. The Shroom Tech. I mean, a lot of athletes love this stuff. Once again, I'm not an athlete currently, so
Yeah.
court's out. I might actually stop taking it until I start working out again, just to see. But of course, I'll be past my 30-day window then, so maybe I should say it didn't work and then order it again like 2 months later.
Nice.
I
Hey, wait
thought-
a second. This guy said it didn't work.
Wait a minute.
they don't usually have you send it back anyway, so
Oh, just throw it out.
they usually tell you just keep it or throw it out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Save some money. And this stuff's not cheap, man. This is like each
No.
one of these is $30. So
Buck a pill.
yeah. So
My Kathy's on.
yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Kathy.
But I'm telling you, man. Oh,
Whoa.
that was
Whoa.
Alpha Brain. I just saved that because of Alpha Brain.
Fast reflex.
The other alcohol bottles kept it up.
Bam.
Way to just
Sorry,
piss
sorry,
on my
sorry.
parade.
I
You
know.
could have smushed that idea you just had.
I'm like, no, you didn't.
Wait a second.
The alcohol saved it. Really? Who said no one ever, right?
Alcohol saved by
Alcohol
alcohol.
saved it. You guys like alcohol?
Yeah.
She's been drunk every day she's been visiting.
I think I got really drunk yesterday. Right?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
I was
real.
twisted.
You were
What-
very emotional.
What's your
I
poison of choice?
Bam.
Parrot Bay.
Pirate Bay.
Was it
Oh,
Owen?
Pirate Bay.
Was it?
No, she's
No,
got to say it.
you know when you start out drinking, you always start with the vodka and orange juice.
Yeah,
you
wine,
know.
wine is
Then
gross.
you go to Seagram's, what is it, 7 and 7, and then
I don't know.
you work your way up.
Yeah, wine is gross in the beginning. Wine and beer is like ugh.
I'm
Beer
not a
is
big wine
nasty.
drinker,
I still
but-
can't figure out beer. I've never
Yeah, I
liked it.
can't drink.
Mm-mm.
I
Blue Moon.
Have you had one of these?
No.
All right.
That's good.
No.
Let me.
I,
Would you try it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna make you a believer. This should not even be called beer.
Belgian white.
You know what I did like was
That's good stuff.
there's like some apple cider things that
Oh,
you've
yeah,
gotten
we-
before.
yeah, we got those
There's like
before.
a gold something.
Golden
I like
apple.
That one.
It's what is that? Arrow Company.
I only
An
drink
arrow on this.
beer very rarely, and it has to be like ice cold.
This
Darn
one's
right.
okay because it doesn't have that really bitter, dark flavor that I don't
not
like in
bitter.
beer.
That is that. The way they serve that in restaurants is in a
With an orange.
with an orange
Yeah.
because it's got this wonderful
I worked at
citry.
TJ Fridays long enough to know that.
Oh well, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you've been in the server world. You were a server, or were you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you? Would you ever go back into?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
100% no.
Was that the only?
Just like with, maybe it's just me, but again, it hurts my body way too much.
Yeah, yeah, I was just
can't
gonna say
do
that.
it. I really can't.
I just recently stopped doing it too because it was hurting my body
Yeah.
a lot.
What were you doing, Alice?
I was waitressing,
Yeah,
and it hurt my body a lot.
yeah.
Painful.
Turned out I
Tough
ended
work.
up having fibromyalgia. So
Oh, really?
it just my body just hurts so much.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of an idiot. What does fibromyalgia do?
Well, how do I explain that?
You look it up.
It's just total body pain. It's stinging. Your muscles hurt. Everything just hurts. You feel like your shoulders are falling off.
Yeah.
Your legs hurt.
That's a
Your
terrible.
arms.
That's a
it's
ter-
terrible. It's
That's
a
a
bad-
terrible server
Yeah,
issue.
it is.
You can't be a
It's-
server with that.
It's a lot of pain.
Is it-
widespread muscle pain and tenderness?
Yeah.
Is it bad that I want to hang out with your mom now?
She's pretty cool, isn't she?
Yeah.
You see where I get it from.
My mom's pretty cool too, but she's a what do you call it? A firebrand.
Oh,
Yeah, my mom, she's a lovely, sweet woman, but she's Southern, so
she has an opinion. She's gonna make sure.
yeah,
It's
she'll let you know. She just won't even talk to you sometimes.
known.
Like if she doesn't like you, she just won't even talk.
I don't like him.
That's where I learned cold
See,
shoulder.
I'll talk, right, Eric? I'll
Yeah.
talk. I'll let
She'll-
you know I don't like.
If she
I
doesn't
don't
like you, she
that
talks
person.
to you more.
I will let you know. Trust me.
You will be well informed.
I'm a no holds bar kind of mom.
Is that why you're an egalitarian
Yes, it is.
feminist?
Yes. What's your excuse?
No guy's a feminist unless he's looking to get
I
some.
was gonna say I would not consider you a feminist.
No.
But I'm an egalitarian.
Right.
It's a grouping.
No.
Male feminists
Feminists
are sneakily trying to get poontang. That's all it is.
Maybe
No,
you're talking
not my
about
son.
feminism like way back, but feminism
He's not a
today is
feminist.
different.
No.
Like
Oh man.
I'm
It's
gonna.
it's
I hope
hierarchical,
none of my
right?
Facebook
Like
friends
so.
are watching.
You know when I turned my back on feminism, like
Oh,
as a
boy.
serious thing, Jennifer Aniston poses for Playboy topless, and all the feminists were like, "You go, girl, you go." Meanwhile, all the chauvinists were like, "Yeah, you go, girl, you go." I'm like, these guys cannot.
They're clever.
This is
Yeah.
isn't. This
She
is
posed nude for
Playboy.
Playboy.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, you missed it.
But she's like,
You gotta see the
what's
pictures.
to see? Like you have to flash. Like she's so small.
No, she's not small where it
Then
counts.
she
That
then
doesn't
she
mean
got
people wouldn't like
Yeah.
her
im-
type
she got fake
for
ones
being
then.
small.
Well, she's in Hollywood.
Hey, I'm all about getting fake boobs. That's cool. Shout out. You know who I'm talking about, right?
If you need them,
I ain't even gonna say a name, but she knows.
I thought she was talking about you there for a second.
No. I'm all about it.
I think Eric's boobs are just fine. I love them.
You got man boobs.
Oh, I got movies.
Nothing like. No, look at mine. I can make mine jump a little
Oh
bit.
my god. Let me see that picture.
I've got nipples.
I
Can
think
you
she's totally hot. So
can
I
you
don't
milk
care.
me?
She can pose for whoever she wants.
Oh, she did it blonde too. Wow.
That was her new look. I think she's still blonde.
She did get implants though.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Good for her.
Good. Yeah, good for her.
That's what I say.
That's the
Can,
feminist.
can she buy me a set?
It's like Nicki Minaj, isn't it? Nicki Minaj, she's going around paying for people's college education. Like,
Oh, we
hey,
talked
Jennifer,
about that.
Yeah, we talked about that
last
What
episode.
about
last
the,
episode.
see,
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston should pay for boob jobs.
see, I think the president should get every woman.
president?
Yeah, I think he should get
He-
all the women.
Jess, he is your president.
Where,
Ra-
Wait,
Rather
wait,
you
which
like it or
president?
not, he is your president.
See,
So,
I brought a
You
Trump
may as
supporter
well
on the
get
air.
used to it now. I just
Not
felt.
me. It's not
Until
me.
he's impeached.
I just feel whatever. Impeach, shot, whatever.
What are they?
I'm sorry,
Whoa.
wait.
The opinions of
She didn't mean that
expressed.
for real.
No, I
Anybody
did
was
not.
the
listening?
opinions
Because
Because I
expressed.
voted for him.
The opinions expressed by Eric's mom are not necessarily the opinions of righteous anger.
Exactly.
Podcast
Exactly.
Eric.
or the host or the co-host.
Or the co-host.
Exactly. I still
what
think
were
he
you
should have
gonna
got
say,
all the
though?
women,
Right.
you know, because they made him out to be this like.
Is he going to put that in the Trump healthcare plan?
Well,
He
they
should
should.
get
That
them
every
what?
woman should.
Every
Yeah, on the
woman should
health
what?
care.
You have any
get
idea how much
a
support
free
there would be?
like tummy tuck or
Why?
Wow, he'd
Why?
get all the women's
Because-
votes.
we have babies and
Why does
it's hard to
that-
get back into shape.
He doesn't strike me as the type who cares enough.
He
to
does
do
to
that.
me.
What about boobies?
He strikes me as the guy who cares about
I think
boobs.
he cares about how women look.
See, he strikes me as the type if he
Don't go
finds
getting
you,
all freaking political on me,
I'm
okay?
I'm not. If he
No,
finds you
it's
attractive,
righteous
yeah,
anger. I
I'll
love
get you
it.
I
boobs,
say
but if
let's
you're
get-
ugly
let's
and
get
you're not
political.
gonna
Get
give me
angry.
anything, no.
No,
you
no,
don't
it should
need
be all.
boobs,
I
get
mean,
outta
look
here.
at you know, that's just
I
how
just
I
realized
feel.
we're having an episode of The View right now.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a free tummy tuck,
Exactly. Thank you.
but I don't think the president's gonna give it to me.
Wait, what? You said what?
Say what? Wait, what?
What do you want? What do you
I
want?
said I wouldn't mind a tummy tuck.
She's. Oh yeah, she
Oh.
wouldn't mind from the president.
I thought she said a boob job. I'm like,
Wait a second.
No, she can't get a boob
Dude,
job.
no, I'm
No.
already in enough
She's
pain
good,
as it
she's
is.
good.
where are you gonna go from here, my friend?
Can't go up from here.
You're just
No,
gre-
you're just gonna keep going
you're
down.
just greedy.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Actually, like, I wouldn't mind smaller
a
ones.
reduction.
Yeah.
Now why
But I'm
why
not
can't you?
Working out is so much work.
Now if they can turn a penis into a vagina,
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
That happens.
and if they can turn whatever.
Oh my.
If they can
goodness.
do all this stuff, why can't they take boob meat from?
And
Or
put it
butt
in
meat.
my butt.
Butt
I've been
meat.
saying that for like 10
Yeah.
years.
I'll
Yeah.
give you my butt,
I think
and
they
you can give me some of your boobs.
Because they do liposuction where they'll pull the fat out of here and put it like in your cheeks.
Why
Yeah,
can't
they
they
do
do that?
I
They
don't-
do that.
Why did
Oh,
why
gotta be-
is
Oh
there?
my
is-
Well,
God.
see, I think when you take out from the boobs, you actually have to have a lift. And you have
Yeah.
to have more done. They can't just like go in and suck the fat out or you're going to have like really droopy boobs.
Yeah.
So what? You look like the teacher in South Park.
Oh my god.
Because
I still
plastic
think
surgery
it
is
should
to
be
like
part of
enhance
our
yourself and
insurance.
make you feel better about yourself, not like.
Hey, a tummy
Go the
tuck
other
would make
way?
me feel better about myself.
Yeah.
You could just wear an apparatus.
An apparatus.
Yeah,
A bra.
yeah.
Is that what you
Is that what he was referring to?
I guess I don't know.
They
What,
are making them better and better.
I'm not saying. Okay, so our
Not on
last
my side.
our
Not
last
like that.
podcast, Sarah and Shannon were talking about now women are more free to like not have to keep up with the what is it the
What
I
are you
was
looking up
listening to
there?
that.
the image or whatever.
I
They
don't
actually do
agree
have-
with
I did
that.
not agree with that
I
either.
don't agree with that. I don't. You know, maybe it's the camera making everything look smaller. I didn't really get a good look at their boobs, although I wasn't really checking them out.
They got small
But
boobs.
they-
Yeah,
Who was that?
our guest from last week.
Oh, they were showing their boobs.
They might feel more comfortable.
Yeah, Mom, you ready?
No,
Oh my God.
But I would never.
Not that
I'm
kind
out
of
of
show.
here.
Not that kind of
It's
show.
not
I
that kind of
think-
show. I'm kidding.
I would
think
never
I'm
leave
outta
the
here.
house without a bra, ever.
Oh, I would.
Well, they were talking
As long as
about
I'm not going to the store.
they were talking
I
about
mean.
bras
Unless it's
that
Walmart.
don't have padding
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Well, everybody
either.
goes to Walmart.
Well,
and
apparently
McDonald's.
they were making the case that bras without padding is in because
It's freeing.
freeing and girls just don't care anymore. And
I
I'm
don't
just
want
like,
to be
Free
that
the nipple.
free. It's
How-
it's a me thing though. If another female feels free and comfortable,
Yeah,
Hey,
okay.
all about choice.
as long as you're
Yeah.
not picking up your kid from kindergarten.
Exactly.
Mommy, what's
Like,
wrong with her
and
shirt?
look, I have seen it. I'm sorry. Like there have been
Yeah.
some when I'm like,
Yeah.
you're
You need to put a bra on before you leave the house. sweetheart.
yes. Well, you know, if you're going to Walmart, whatever, but if you're picking up your child from elementary school, if you're picking up your child from school, any school, come on. Like, you don't need to be nipping out
speak.
with no bra,
Hey, that's how boys discover their
skin
puberty.
tight.
Quit being a block over there. You've been a real block. Being a blocker over there. What are you?
Just killing teenagers' dreams.
I know you're killing
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
kidding.
teenage boys are that's all they
No,
have.
No, shut up, Jessica.
Oh my! And you got 2 boys. Wait.
Oh,
I wonder how many teenage boys have crushes on you.
ooh.
Like your son's friends.
Mm-hmm.
There's,
Dude, did you see what
I
Evan?
still feel like they're too young.
Wait, how old are
might have
they?
Crushes on you.
13.
You're
No, that's not too young, my friends.
God.
It starts at
just-
9 for some kids.
Mason's mom is so hot.
Oh my God.
Mason.
Mason's
Mason.
mom has got it
Going
going
on.
on.
Dude, that
Mason,
conversation.
invite your mom over, man.
Like, tell her to put on a T-shirt.
We're gonna be
She doesn't need
painting.
to wear a bra. Let's be free. I hope Mason's not watching anyhow. Oh God.
Oh, yeah, call him out.
Ring, 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 ring. Yeah, hi, this is Mason.
Hey Mason, this is one of your friends from school.
Your mom's hot.
Your mom's hot. Can we come over?
We?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm here too.
Billy. Billy's calling. Is that Billy calling again about me? Yes.
This is like the 5th sleepover of the week.
The 5th sleepover.
I'm not cleaning up water balloons again.
What does that even mean? What does that mean?
That went over your head, huh?
Oh, there's a story there. There's a story there.
No, there's no story.
No, there's no
No, I think it was a euphemism.
Water balloons.
Yeah.
Oh.
So-
So you have to take your shirt off.
T-shirt.
You know.
What?
oh,
T-shirt.
okay, yeah. I got the wrong euphemism, but yes, there we
Okay.
go. I'm not even going to go into no conversation turnaround.
Change,
What are
yeah.
we gonna?
All right.
Get it off, Jessica.
Time. Get it off.
Don't-
Get it off her chest.
Forget I
Jessica.
said that.
I was just gonna
Forget I said it.
All right. Well, anyway, righteous anger. I feel like we're going in the right direction with Trump, though.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
kind of
getting angry.
that's the direction we like to go.
I
know
just
we
think
could
you
go-
should put that in with the, the
healthcare
health
plan.
care plan.
What?
Yeah,
What?
it's not
Okay.
gonna happen.
So,
Yeah.
what is the
Why
problem?
not? I'm sorry. I would agree with you, but he's already trying to take stuff away. What makes you think he's going to give something extra?
All right. Let's get some. Let's
A
get.
girl can dream.
The facts.
Okay,
The
okay,
facts
okay.
She
Let-
can dream.
Let's get a little bit of. I want to get a little bit of like consensus here. Okay. So why should he be impeached? I want to hear the reasons why he should be impeached.
He's
Whoa.
talking to you because I don't think he
Whoa.
should be.
Oh, and me.
And you.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Why should Trump be impeached? What is he doing?
If I could fire a sheriff investigating me, don't you think that'd be a little bit weird?
That's messed up. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be like obstruction of justice, and the FBI would be involved in investigating that.
If
That's
he
happened to governors.
if he wasn't being investigated.
No, I'm saying that's happened to governors.
No, but I'm
Governors who
asking.
fired
But I'm
sheriffs.
asking you if he wasn't being because I'm trying to get my targets on kind of the idea here that's going on. If he wasn't being investigated, and it was just because his whole thing
I
is
get that, yeah.
his whole thing was Comey didn't do the thing right with Hillary, right? Isn't that the whole reason
Yeah,
why
that's it.
this guy's incompetent, basically?
That was the rationale provided, but the facts don't lend themselves with Comey's testimony.
So Comey says.
Comey says that there was intelligence provided to him by another agency, and they had to follow it up to see where it led, and they were investigating Flynn. So, at that point, Trump says, "Well, I had to cool off the investigation into Flynn, so I fired him." And there's recordings of him saying that.
Okay.
So-
So you're telling me if you get rid of the leader of the FBI, that means that everything else falls through?
No, it shouldn't, and that's the problem. Like, Comey was leading the charge and asking for more resources to conduct this high-level investigation.
But
because
was
it's
he
all over the world?
But was he the only one leading the charge, or were the people under him also leading the charge?
More people under him were conducing his investigation.
so you're
it's like-
saying it's completely on
ki-
Comey. It's
Yeah,
his
I would say
decision.
it was his decision to continue the investigation to wherever it led.
Now, does that sound right to you?
Of course it does. If I'm a sheriff and I have some suspicion from a county over that there's a meth lab in my county and I need to investigate it, doesn't matter who told me. I still need to investigate
So did Trump put somebody else in his place? And was it a Trump guy?
it. No, it was temporary, and I don't remember who he was.
So what is to guarantee Trump that they won't continue the
I think
investigation?
You're focusing on the wrong aspect of this, right?
Okay, go ahead.
So the aspect is that you're focusing on is the investigation's merits. Investigations don't have to have merits. That's the point. Like, if I'm investigating a criminal activity, any criminal activity, and I have evidence from another organization that's provided it, I'm supposed to follow that lead wherever it goes. That's the responsibility of somebody who's a director of an investigatory body. They can't say, no, we can't investigate that because he's the president. They have to follow it wherever it leads.
No, I'm saying, but
So-
but if everybody's charged in that particular investigation, everybody working on the investigation, if
Yeah.
if the top guy leaves, what do they just say? Oh, I guess the investigation's over.
If they all get scared out enough.
That's the point. Like, he got pushed out because of the investigation.
Right.
He put enough
So-
subtlety into what he was saying about
So
it.
so you're saying that the whole reason to push Comey out, to fire him, is so that you scare the rest of the.
It's institutional scare.
But do you think that would actually work though?
Of course it would.
Yeah.
It's happened before. Happened under Nixon. He fired the director of the FBI because he was investigating him.
And then Watergate.
It happens
Yeah, and
with
then
any
Watergate.
kind of,
Then you
like-
had journalists come out with all this facts about, like, oh wait, they're spying on the Democratic Party. That's illegal. Maybe we should do something about that. Then he ended up impeached, and he resigned before he actually got hit with conviction. But that's what happens. In this case, I think the more pertinent fact is he fired somebody who was doing his job, like literally doing his job. He wasn't asking any questions. And
Now, how did you feel about the investigation on Hillary though?
I felt like he was doing his due diligence on it. Like,
you
a lot
don't-
of Democrats are very upset, like, oh, Comey shouldn't have been speaking so close to the election. He said he regretted that. He said that when you make investigation comments so close to an election, it can sway the election. That's something that a lot of FBI directors have been faced with. Like, there's lots of claims. Reagan was
Yeah,
faced
but
with
what do
that.
you think about their findings that Hillary wasn't guilty?
I thought that was cool. The problem is, so it's an appearance thing, right? The Democratic Party completely ignored the fact that the American people had this perception that she was untrustworthy, and that's what was that was what was important. It
So
doesn't
you're-
matter if it was true or not. The perception was out there that she's untrustworthy.
So you're telling me that she was trustworthy?
I think that she's just suffered a long campaign of people making her seem untrustworthy.
Whoa, whoa. Okay, wait a minute. Wait, so you're saying that the whole 30,000 email classified thing was okay?
I think if you've worked in IT for 5 minutes, you realize that accidents happen, and this kind of institutional accident happens all the time.
How do you feel about Trump having a private phone?
I feel very badly about that.
Okay, so Hillary was doing stuff on a
He's
private.
he's the president though now, so that's different.
But
When
she was potentially.
she was Secretary of State. She already had rules she was supposed to be following. He's the president. He can have a private phone. if
I'm
he
just saying,
wants to.
anybody else.
The problem is, what is he doing that's official? She was doing things that were official with that private server.
Which is a no-no.
Is a huge no-no.
Well, no, I get
Yeah.
that.
But that doesn't-
It's kind of like a double standard because she's sending emails and he's doing God knows what on a private phone.
There's no reason they can't both be wrong. You know, like
Right, and that's why I'm saying, why are you upset that Trump, or why are you not? I'm backwards now.
yeah, it's okay.
You felt okay with Hillary being found not guilty for.
Oh, she wasn't found.
Having-
She wasn't found
She's
not
still
guilty.
under
They just.
investigation.
She's still
or
under
ended in
investigation.
Whatever, you know. What I mean.
They found no
it
wrongdoing.
Seems like a double standard to me.
The difference is she gave forth the information necessary to clear herself.
Not really.
Yes, she
No.
did.
Not really.
She really did.
Not really.
How much compliance do you need to have in order to be proven not guilty of something? I
The,
mean,
the same amount
you
of
have to prove
compliance
your
that
innocence?
the same
Come
amount of
on.
compliance that somebody that isn't from a political dynasty
that
would have
becomes,
to.
but that becomes like political maneuvering at that point. It's like, let's throw investigations at her until she can't keep up with them, and she can't conduct her campaign because she's competing with an investigation into herself. That's where you have corruption. That's where you have people who they keep political power
You
because they
think they
keep
were
all their
just doing
opponents
that to-
investigated.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is. And in this case with Trump, it's like it's actual wrongdoing. He's executed the office in a way that's not actually legal.
Explain
So-
that. Explain that, please.
It's obstruction. It's obstruction. He's supposed to
Are
be
you
the
still
number.
talking about the phone, or are you talking about Comey?
Comey.
Okay.
Like he used his office to put himself to distance himself from an investigation into himself. That's the
would-
definition of corruption.
I wish there was somebody who's politically knowledgeable, more so than us, right now, to talk about this, because I've heard so many different
Probably hearing people right there.
opinions.
Yeah.
No, definitely not on Facebook. Sorry.
Like political people
I-
don't go on Facebook.
I don't
They
know all the facts of what happened. Nobody really does. The people who know the facts are people like, what is it, Clapper and Brennan and Comey
God.
and if you believe in that sort
If
of
you
thing.
believe in that sort of thing. If you believe in fairy tales.
If brevity's not your
Oh
thing.
my god.
He believes in fairy tales.
That's awesome.
No, I'm 100%
I
Christian.
brought a believer
You
with me.
got a friend.
That's right.
in
You
him.
got a
Yeah,
friend
that's
in
what I was
me.
just thinking.
See, we're not all so bad,
Not
Jess.
ashamed at all. Say it. I believe in God 100%.
I don't think you should feel ashamed.
Nope, not at all. So you can make jokes all you want.
They're still funny.
She's
But
taking
like
it back
I
to
said
the
in the car,
conversation
at least
in
he's
the car we
thinking
had on
about
the
it.
way over here.
right?
I don't think that. I honestly don't
You
think
wouldn't
that.
be thinking about it if
I don't know. If Eric's being 100% real with me,
Yeah.
then I don't think that he is.
Let me get off my soapbox now.
I don't think that he is.
An atheist?
No, I don't believe you're Christopher Hitchens.
No, I'm not.
I don't-
I'm Daniel Dennett.
I don't know either one of them. But
Daniel Dennett's the philosopher atheist who, religions aren't terrible.
I don't
People
think
should
he's
be educated
atheist.
about them.
I
I certainly am.
what do you think he
You
is?
certainly are what?
An
Come on,
atheist.
Mom. What is he?
I don't think he's the atheist, but I think he's still working.
She thinks you're
I
agnostic.
did not raise him that way.
I think. Well,
Oh boy.
I raised him going to church. I raised him
It's
Scaring
fun-
the crap
in
out
a
of me.
church.
It's funny because Catholic Craig wasn't raised Catholic. He wasn't raised anything. He was actually raised, if I know his story correctly, he wasn't raised really to be
Religious at all?
religious at all, but became that. You know what I mean? So, and he is a double PhD guy traveling the world. I mean, the guy, he's not some dumb yokel down in Alabama somewhere.
I haven't met him yet, but it sounds like the way you describe him that he fell in love with the institution. Like, I don't know if he actually fell in love with the religion. He probably fell in love with the institution.
If you were to talk to him,
I would. I want to meet
you
him.
would have a next level. This is like a next level conversation. Conversations you have with me, nothing compared to Craig.
I'll have to
now,
have a
don't
chat.
get me
have
wrong.
a beer.
I don't mind that he
That I
says
say
he's an atheist. I'm not he's still the same person to me. He's still my son. He's Eric. Whether he says he's atheist or not, it doesn't make a difference to me.
No.
Honestly.
Or
It
Jesus.
really doesn't.
We haven't.
It really doesn't.
We've talked about it, and I've talked about it with my mom, but we haven't really talked about the moment when it happened that I decided.
You wanna talk
You
about
put
it?
it on Facebook and announced it to the whole.
Dude, I was
Hi, Mom.
No,
atheist.
not that. What
I'm
actually?
like, okay,
The event
I love
that's
you anyway.
so
yeah,
I
the
was
event that
actually
spawned it.
I was wondering if you were going to go into that. Are you going to go into that?
No, it's a sensitive topic for both of us because we loved him.
Yeah.
And we had different reactions.
Yeah.
I'd like to go into that.
About Carmelo.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Like his death really changed my opinion of God.
I think there was a lot of things that happened in your life that
Well, yeah.
gave you a bad idea of God
Just a bad taste.
because you had so many negative incidents that happened in your life.
Eric Kerman's laughing about this.
You were raped?
No.
Other than that, no, because
Wait, what?
I'd be in jail. Just saying, I'd be in jail right
I
now.
was raped.
I'd
She-
be doing
she
this
put me
from
out.
jail if
She
that was
turned
the
me
case. Yeah.
Mom's
No.
not going to feed me dinner unless I make $200. Come on, man. Come
Gotta
on,
make-
it's the bathroom right around
Eric,
the corner.
stop! No. You were supposed to keep that a secret.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna start hanging out with her, man. Just me and Alice.
Yeah, just
Hey,
shooting the breeze.
You want to go out to the bar sometime? Just talk. Let's just talk.
Let's just talk.
Let's just talk. So you don't want to go into it?
No, we
then, or-
can. Carmelo's death really changed my opinion of God because he was such a devout believer, and near the end he wasn't struggling with his faith, but God abandoned him. Like he was.
And how do you know God abandoned him?
You
Have
you
you
have to
read
see
the
the
story?
pictures.
I just heard the story.
You got to see the pictures
God
of the
didn't
man.
abandon him.
I think God abandoned him.
But what-
Someone with that much faith,
But
and that
how
much
s-
belief, and he lived a godly life.
I've heard people say that. It's interesting how you're saying that, right? Because you're saying that his belief failed him.
No, his faith never failed him. I think God failed him.
Well, how can you say God failed him if God doesn't exist?
God put him through hell.
At the time, he did. Though.
At the time,
that
I was a
time,
firm
he
believer.
still-
But I'm saying
I
now.
don't think he means, yes, there's a God and God failed him. I think he means this God that Carmelo believes in, what you guys believe in,
Mm-hmm.
failed him. him. If that's what you believe in, that failed him.
Yeah.
Right, but how?
He suffered
He
so
suffered
badly.
so badly. I don't know if you got to read the story and see the videos of him. He was a Marine. He was healthy, and then
God
within a
didn't
year
fail
he
him.
died.
The doctors failed him.
No,
Eric.
not just the doc. Well,
The
then,
doctors failed him.
How does that
not
happen?
God.
Though? How does that happen?
Because the doctors failed him. They sent him home sick.
Ooh.
God didn't have a hand
God
in
did
that?
not
God
have a
had-
hand in that.
so
no,
God has
If
no
God
hand in
knows
didn't.
man's
every
actions.
he didn't.
If God
The
knows
doctors
like
failed.
everything
That's
that
the
you're
If
gonna
logical-
go
anybody
through and
should be
every
upset
hair
with
on your
God, it
head,
should be
then-
the
Hold on, guys.
doctors.
One
We
at a
got a lot
time.
of voices coming
One at
through.
a time.
Go ahead.
God did not fail him. The doctors failed him.
Okay, my response to that is God did not have any influence over their decisions.
That was between God and the doctors, and we don't know what they were
So-
thinking.
So did
We
God
to
fail the
us,
Yeah.
to
So
us
this- so-
family, to our
Yeah.
family,
So wait, this is a good point
to
then.
my family, we feel like the doctors failed
So-
I
Carmelo,
can't place.
not
I
God.
can't place them.
So this is a good point. This is a good point. So what you're saying, if I'm getting it right, is that if God does exist,
if he does.
and he's
Or
all,
she.
and this is a common one, and he's all powerful and all knowing.
And we're
And
so
supposi-
imperfect.
and
we are not
supposedly-
perfect human beings.
This
I
is
know.
the part that
we are dented for life.
This is the part that upset me. And supposedly all merciful
And all merciful. Why would he have a true believer
suffers
suffer so
much.
bad? And what I would say to that, actually, I won't go into what I'll say to that. I will, but give me a second. So, Jess, what's your feeling about the whole thing?
I am not a believer. I
So
don't believe in
how do you feel about that?
about what?
That whole scenario.
Well, I mean, using that as an example of, man, Christians don't know, that obviously God doesn't exist.
I just think I don't want to sound insensitive.
No,
but I think
don't. I'm good. I can handle
that
anything
Well,
you say.
science
You're
and
good?
nature took a wrong turn with Carmelo, and that's really unfortunate. I feel bad about that, but I don't feel like
I want to.
it was
I
God's
want to
fault
tie.
or.
I want to tie into that because
we
that's
don't
that's
believe it was God's fault. We don't believe that God had anything
Now,
to
I
do
have
with it.
another
exactly.
question for you.
That's
Hold on
what
a
that was the
second.
realization that I made.
What if the doctors gave Carmelo the correct medicine and he healed and got better? Would you praise the doctors or would you praise God?
That's a more pertinent problem. Yeah.
See, the way that I believe, okay, the way that I was brought up, and the things that I've learned in my life
Mhm.
as Christian,
Mhm.
and I give a lot of credit. I give a lot of credit to a pastor that I have in Arizona, okay, is this that
Plug him. Tell his name.
no, it's okay.
Okay.
Just that I don't think it was. I don't believe that it was God that did what happened to Carmelo. It was the doctors. Okay. Long time ago, we messed up. We messed up as human beings. God has not given us that chance again to do things right. We have to make that choice ourselves now. Okay. If I say I'm going to go rob somebody, God isn't going to stop me from doing it. I have to do it myself.
Okay, stop right there. So
Okay.
how do you now?
The
We have to do it
realization-
ourselves. God.
That's not how I learned
the-
about God.
How did you learn
I
about God?
learned that He knows everything that you're going to do. He knows every hair on your head.
Yes.
Your life is already planned out. So if that's the case,
But you have to make your own decisions.
that
you have to
doesn't
make
make
your own
sense to me.
choices.
Think
So
about
let
it.
me-
how do you make
God.
your own choice if He's already made
So let me
you
ask you a
gotta know
question.
what's right from wrong.
So let me
like
ask-
Adam and Eve
Let
did.
me ask everybody a question. Does anybody make it out of here alive?
Nobody
No.
does. But
So what is your idea of perfect life? If you were God, right, or the creator of everything, if there's such a thing, how would you do it? No one would die of cancer, I guess.
No, I just want people to be good to each other. And not even to just other human beings.
Okay,
Like,
s-
good to
I want them
animals.
to be good to all
Good stewards of
living
the earth.
things
Yeah.
and
Okay, what does being good to all living things mean?
just supporting each other and lifting each other up in positiveness.
So kind of like what Jesus was talking about.
Obedience.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're cool with that. But the problem is that good people sometimes have to go through terrible things,
Yep.
Right?
and bad people sometimes have to go through terrible things. Good people can go through good things, and bad people can go through good things. So at this point, it's pretty egalitarian.
Yeah, the rain. But there's an expression for that. The rain falls on the just and the unjust alike.
Okay.
I don't
And
know.
don't get me wrong, I'm open to hearing to the things that he
Do-
is learning.
Good.
I'm very open.
That's good.
I listen to
Well,
him.
as a Christian, you should always be willing to hear
very, Oh yes.
Because that's the one thing I
Yes.
like about being a Christian as
Yes.
opposed to being something else, where God calls us
Yes,
to question all the time.
absolutely. And I always listen to him when he talks. I listen to him because sometimes he does make sense, and I end up like questioning myself.
I think it goes the other way
because I don't know
too.
everything.
Wait, are you talking about me?
Yes.
Okay. So
Atheists, we
go ahead.
we keep an open mind. I'm willing to listen to you and learn from
Yeah.
your
Experience.
Yeah, us, me too.
experiences and your thoughts.
You got
Doesn't
you have,
mean you're going to change my point of view.
Have
and
you
that
ever
doesn't
heard
mean
of-
that I'm going to change yours?
have you ever heard of Lee Strobel?
Of course.
That name is familiar.
Of course I have.
he
Case
wa-
for Christ.
Yeah,
You've heard of him.
He wrote Case for Christ. The whole idea was
You
he-
referred that book to me, and I
My
told you I read it
coworker.
already.
Lee Strobel.
Read
what-
this book; it'll change your life.
Lee Strobel. Well, if you understand,
read it.
if you understand the story behind, because remember everything in context.
Yeah.
Lee Strobel was I guess, an award-winning journalist
Right.
who
There's
he
a
was.
movie out about him now.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah.
Who he was like just so sick and
Okay.
tired of. So sick and tired of his wife. She was becoming a Christian.
Right.
He was like, this is the worst possible thing that could happen to our family. So he says, you know what? I'm a journalist. I'm going to find out about this whole God thing, and I'm going to debunk it the same way I debunk other things in journalism. And he found just so much stuff. So all through his research, he actually found nothing wrong with Christianity, the claims, all the historical stuff, nothing wrong with it, to the point where he actually becomes a Christian.
Right.
So, I mean, it can happen both ways. I've seen Christians become non-Christians, a la Eric,
Yeah.
or atheists, and vice versa. So the question is, okay, if that's the case, right, then we really got to figure out what it is that we do believe and why. That's all righteous anger, really, at its core, is about figuring out the answers that we can figure out. Because
Common ground.
I've
The-
been agnostic
And
for
I
a long
think
time
it's-
because I feel like I'm still trying to figure out why.
Yeah.
You know.
And
Why-
I think Jessica said it good. I mean, I agree with what she said. We just want to be good people.
Mm-hmm.
We want everybody to get
And
along
that's why I feel like
and
even
not
if there is a
hurt each
God,
other. And
I'm not going to hell just because I don't believe. I feel like
no,
the God that I would want would love me even if I don't believe.
now,
We had a long discussion.
now
about
I'm
that.
now I'm gonna
Because
say
I'm a good person.
I'm gonna say
Right.
something to that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something to that. Imagine, if you will. Now, you come from a Christian background of some kind. Is that true or no?
It's kind of a broken. I was Methodist for a little while, probably like 4 years, but
Okay.
Never
I
got to my
bounce around from
realization.
household to household, so I just
Okay, so
I've seen it all.
so you've probably heard some things that I might say. So, but hear me out, because some people may not on the podcast. So this is for their benefit if you've already heard it. So, what was the last thing she said?
She
we all
thinks
just
that-
want to be good
She
people.
feels that
like wouldn't-
God's not going to
Oh,
punish
God
her
wouldn't
if she
punish
lives a
me
good
for not
life.
believing.
I
Yeah.
got it. Okay. So, first of all, we got to figure out, okay, who is God? Like, what position does God play? Just like when we understand our politics and all the different people, we understand our work,
A role.
our roles, everybody's role. We understand everybody's role and everything. Very important to know your role, right? As they say.
Know your place.
Know your place, right? So God, if God exists, God is the creator of everything. He's the creator of you and me and everything that we see, right? All the plants, animals, world, cosmos, the whole nine, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, would that be a powerful being? Can you imagine the type of power that type
It'd
of
be
being?
omnipotent.
I mean, really, how powerful is a being like that?
Pretty powerful.
All powerful.
All powerful, the most powerful
Right.
being there is, right?
It is a question of it. It could be a localized phenomenon. A
So-
local god.
Like a mayor, like what do you
Like,
say?
I'm mayor
unigod?
of this solar
He's
system.
only the god of this universe. You don't know about the other ones.
Right. So we're trying
That's
to
possible.
we're trying to drill all the way down, and in the Christian faith, it's one God. There's not many gods. It's
Right.
one God, right? Okay.
He's no Aslan.
So that God, you're saying that if that God truly was a good God, he would do God the way I think God should do.
Okay.
So that's kind of like saying, if how what's a good example? Trump is a terrible.
No, any
I don't-
president.
Motherhood is a good example.
I wouldn't
Okay.
mother
If my
like that.
children grow up to be good people, I will love them whether they love me or not.
Oh yeah.
If they turn out to be horrible people who do bad things to other people, I'm gonna have a problem.
Now
with
do
it,
you
but
ever
still love
I
them.
Still love my
now
children.
now do you okay? Granted. Now let's say your child refuses to be with you
right.
and doesn't want to live with you.
As
How-
long as my child is a
I
good
have one of
person,
those.
How much control do you
No,
have?
Gabby.
How much control do you have over that child once they become an adult?
None.
not very much.
None.
If they want to leave,
None,
if they
yeah.
want to leave, they'll leave, right?
Right.
Yep.
No matter how bad you want them to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
But you still love them.
But if I had the power to, that doesn't mean I would send my child to hell for all eternity.
Well, you're not sending them to hell. You
God
did-
doesn't send
Go to your
us
room.
to hell.
You didn't-
We send ourselves.
You didn't
I
send
guess it's well.
you didn't send your
that's
child
Clever.
We
you
do, by
you
the
didn't
things
send
we
your
do.
child to hell. They said, "I don't want to be where you're at, which is heaven."
That would make me sad. But they can make their own choice. I don't have control over his life.
So what I'm
His
saying,
life is not my life.
Can I offer something? I want to chime in.
okay, go ahead.
A compassionate response is, okay, you don't want to be with me, you don't want to be in heaven, that's cool. You go do your own thing.
But that's
But-
what he did with Adam and Eve.
But what's your
But
You know, that's
But
what he
what's
did with
your-
Adam and
you're
Eve.
distancing yourself
They-
from the problem.
They
though.
did not want to obey his laws, so they did their own thing.
Okay.
So we are paying for that.
so
Why,
We're
why,
still
why
paying
am I
for
paying
that.
for the sins of somebody I
You're
never
paying
so
for the
knew?
sins
so
of
wait
our
wait 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 wait
ancestors.
wait. Let me
Yeah,
let me
that-
let me
I don't like that.
let me
Yeah.
get to my point.
Go,
Let
go,
me
That's
get-
true.
get to your point.
Let me
Let's
get to my
let Leo
point.
get to his point.
okay.
It's the truth.
So let's say like people when they think of hell, they go fire and brimstone. That's like the thing. Oh, and everybody's suffering and it's terrible and all that, right? But let's assume that all that fire and brimstone is poetry for the worst possible situation you could be in, right? Now C.S. Lewis calls hell, he doesn't call it fire and brimstone. He calls it a dull, terrible place where people are fighting each other and all the good stuff from Christianity that the morality, nobody needs to follow that. And so they distance themselves from each other to where you're living in this place.
Mordor.
No, actually, no. In Mere Christianity, the book, he talks about hell being this place where the nearest house to you is hundreds of miles away because nobody wants to be with everybody. Okay, you like hell.
Yes.
He likes
So
hell.
if you
He's going to
believe,
hell in a
I have a
handbasket.
question. If you believe in hell,
Mm-hmm.
if there's hell, there has to be heaven.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So hell is this place where you're away from God and the things that God wants, which is good. We send ourselves to hell by saying, Dad, I don't want to be around you.
Right.
I don't want to follow your rules. I don't want to live the way you want me to live. I want to live my own way. And God hates that, sheds a tear for that, for you. He cries for you. It says he weeps for his lost sheep, his lost children, basically, is what that's saying. Prodigal son, if you know that story. Prodigal son, he weeps for the sons and the daughters that don't come back. But that's the decision they made. Either you're in heaven, which basically means that you're with God, hanging out in communion with your Father, or you're not. And the you're not happens to be called hell. Whatever kind of cultural baggage you put on that, depending on where you grew up, fire and brimstone.
I feel like I'm sorry. I feel like
Sure.
that's a little vain on God's part.
How so?
Because again, going back to being a mom,
Mhm.
that would be like me telling my son, "You'll only be happy if you stick around me. If you don't want to be around me, you're going to be miserable. You're going to be away from me. That's going to be hell.
I
feel bad for you."
I understand that, but don't think of it.
Teach them.
Don't think of it so much. Don't think of it so much as you. Don't think of it so much as a location.
State of mind.
No, I
It's
get what
more
you're
of-
saying, but
It's more of a being, right?
Right.
So if I told you, listen, you got two choices, Jess. Either you can be in constant bliss or constant pain. It just so happens that constant bliss is this pathway right here. And it happens to be my pathway. And guess what? As a human being, you're not going to like a lot of it because you're not going to be in control of everything. Some things you're going to be like, dude, I want to be selfish right now. I want to masturbate right now. I want to So
This is great because there's actually a really good way to spin that.
oh, okay.
It's imagine being so think of a subculture you really don't like a group of like a fandom that you just hate.
Like what?
Like think of like bronies or fans of something that you don't really like.
Hipsters. I hate hipsters.
Exactly. So hipsters really like craft beers and laptops, right? They
Oh man.
Typewriters at Starbucks.
so yeah,
Well, I like-
typewriters at a Starbucks.
I like some hipster
So
things.
what it feels like to be an atheist is to feel like if you're not part of our little group, if you're not with us and
Then
a
you're against
fan,
Then you must be in hell.
yeah, you're
See, I
gonna
don't
have to
feel
suffer.
that
must
way,
be on the
though.
wrong
Like
I don't
that's what
feel
it
that
feels
way.
like.
All right,
though,
let
is
me ask you a question. You
I
s-
don't want to be a fan. I'm
you-
not a fan.
You said, wait a minute. But you said, now this is all in the architecture of, as human beings, there's a way to live
yeah.
that is the best way to live, and then there's not. And when I'm,
We can get close.
but what
and
I'm,
just-
well, let me tell you, as a Christian, that's why it's so great that it's not works based. If it was works based and God said you have to do this, now I'm doing a checklist. My heart's not in it. I don't care. I don't have real joy. But the fact that it's in a relationship with the God, in fact, the only faith that involves an actual real relationship with that God, right? Which makes sense to me, because if God made us and we're truly children of His or its, right?
Whatever.
Then
Yeah.
then of course He'd want us to prosper, but He gave us free will.
Okay. No, it's good. Like tattoo artists, right? This is just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see some tattoo art? You're like, no, I'm not a fan. That's not that great of artwork. That tattoo sucks.
That's
That's what I see when I look at the universe. I'm
Now-
like, I'm not a fan. That
now-
was not a good idea.
Now let me ask you. We talked about this before.
Yeah.
You said that you believe that everybody has morality. That's just inborn.
Yeah, you get it from your parents. Everybody gets the morality from their parents, whether it's religious or it's non-religious.
But you're saying it's culturally based.
yeah, it's mostly culturally based. People like to shift it to being religious, but really it's culturally.
You're saying that
informed.
it's not universal.
no, it's human. Like it's underlying.
I believe that it's human.
I don't think it's universal because you've seen human morality evolve. I have a friend who wrote a book on how human morality has evolved over time.
If you look at history, now you know I'm
yeah,
a
you're a huge history buff.
anthropology and archaeology.
I got to get you in a room with Dustin. Dustin wrote a really
I
great.
used to want to be an
great book on
archaeologist.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
No.
Oh
Lara
okay.
Croft.
That was my reason.
Yeah, Laura Croft.
No.
But okay, so my thing is this. Okay, you're talking
What?
about you're talking about oh man, this is just like how I want to live. This is how I want to live, and that doesn't look cool to me. It's so much more than that doesn't look cool to me. The morality that you're talking about,
Yeah.
right? The morality is good, but that's still works based, right? So the perfect life that we're talking about, right? The perfect life that we're talking
Okay.
about,
Perfect life.
all right? The perfect way of
There's
being.
no perfect life.
No, there's no perfect life
there's-
because
I've seen
human beings aren't perfect.
not at all. I have
Weigh in,
seen.
Ma.
I have family members that are Christians and believe in God, and
They're terrible, right?
my son. I'm sorry. I know that some of them are listening, but I don't like the way they worship their God. Okay, because
it's a little crazy.
I rather when I see how they worship God, I rather be an atheist.
All right, so they're
Honestly,
they're
I'm sorry.
She said it.
all right.
got a-
Just
we got a
because I
victory.
just know that my son is a good human being with good morals, and he doesn't hurt anyone. He works hard. He doesn't ask anyone for anything. He's
Now-
very successful in his life. I'm very, very, very proud of
Now-
him.
You're pumping me up.
But-
I'm gonna have to let down.
There
on
are
that.
some people, and I'm not gonna, that they have this relationship with God, but then they do.
It's like saying,
Ungodly
saying that they're a
things.
Christian makes them a good
You
person.
know,
Now-
that's
But
not the
they-
kind of person that I want to say
Now
is
going
a Christian.
back to that, right?
Yeah.
It's not based on works. It's not based on what you
I-
do. It's based on, do you have a relationship with God or not?
That is
Exactly,
the-
and,
this-
and an honest, good relationship with
But
God.
shouldn't you have a
that
true
has
relationship
qualities.
with God, not just
Yeah.
like a relationship with God so that you can say you're a good person?
No, you should
Don't
not.
you think you
It should
can
be
tell the
real.
difference?
And let me tell you
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
As
It should show.
Right.
And that,
It should show.
Well,
like he
why
said,
why does it show?
okay, yeah.
It should-
Why does it show?
It shows, like Eric said, by having good morals,
And
being a good person,
Get 'em-
working hard.
yeah,
You know,
but atheists
same
can do
with
that.
Jessica. You know,
Yeah.
working hard, being honest, not hurting people
But
intentionally.
atheists can do that, right?
Anybody
So what's
can
so what's
do
the
that.
difference? How can you really tell the difference between somebody who's really has a relationship with God and who doesn't?
I think it's just a person that is just genuinely a good all around
Mm-hmm.
person. You know, not just, oh, I'm cool with the people I work at, you know, and I like them. And then when you get home, you're like, fuck, F those people, you know.
Well,
and,
I do that sometimes.
you know, it's like, that's not cool, though. That's not
No,
being
it's
a
not.
good person.
That's not how Jesus
know?
calls us to be.
No, you should
we're getting
always,
we're getting at the
even if
oldest
you don't
question
get
in human
along with a
existence.
person, you still should be like, you know what? Let them do them, and I'll do me.
Now, what's the oldest?
I was just saying we're getting at a really fundamental problem of human existence. Is the
What's that?
oldest question in human existence is what does it mean to live a good life?
Oh.
And
a
everybody
good
is
person.
struggling. Every single person on earth is going to struggle with that question.
Living a
Don't
good
be a
life.
hypocrite.
Now, I'll tell you. If the
it means
Bible
living within the means that you feel are accurate or feel are good for you, I don't have a problem with that. That's the atheist philosophy. You are an atheist.
yeah,
point
but
of view
but
is-
you know how subjective that is.
it is. But
Yeah, I was just gonna say there are murderers who think they're doing good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And what am I supposed to do about them? The only thing we can do is we can execute justice, and that's all that we have.
Okay, but what I'm saying
Even
is,
a Christian only has justice.
but what
to
I'm
rely
saying
on.
is, when you've got a sociopath that is allowed to spread that, what ends up happening
we have
is
a president.
six
Oh my God.
six
Eric.
6 million Jews get
And what happened as a result? You had the entire world say this is wrong,
you finally. But I'm saying that
but it came together and they said this is wrong.
what's that old quote? I think it's is it Roosevelt? It was one of the.
Yeah, throw it out there.
I forget how the quote goes. It's something along the lines of evil, those who don't stop evil or something.
Yes, the apathy of good men.
Right, the apathy of-
the
who
root of
was
all
that?
evil is the apathy of good,
Good
it
men,
was-
exactly. Well,
I think
Now
it was
look
St.
that up.
Augustine, actually.
well, in all honesty,
Yeah.
as a Christian, right, I'm supposed to be a light on a hill. What that means is I'm supposed to basically be there for anybody that's in need, no
Right.
matter if they're my enemy, especially if they're
They're
enemy,
not-
my
yeah,
enemy.
Exactly.
If they're my
Because you want
friend.
to keep them closer.
No, listen to her.
keep your enemies
crafty.
closer.
That's a little cynical, but yes.
No, it's okay.
Sure.
You want
Hey.
to guide people to having a life with God.
Well,
because
if you believe in the joy and you actually have the joy, if I
wanna
have
share it with other people.
if I have alpha brain, I'm
Try
gonna
use some alpha brain, man.
try
Yeah,
alpha
my
brain.
brain.
Well, it's the same thing. If honestly, and you guys know, well, he
ki-
knows
it's
for
good-
sure.
it's
You
good of
kind of
you.
know. You just kind of met me, but you guys know that I'm not your run of the mill Christian. Okay,
No.
No.
that's why I'm
Neither
so
am I.
that's why I'm so effective though, is because I'm not the Bible thumper.
Mm-hmm.
I come across as somebody who is approachable, and I actually understand what I believe, as opposed to a lot
You're
of Christians.
willing to listen to my side of it rather than
And that
only
too.
saying
Oh,
your
you don't.
side.
You don't know what you're talking.
See, and I
That's-
don't do
that's not
that.
right.
I don't
the
do
worst
that.
Christians.
I don't do that. I don't
No, I
tell
know,
you. I don't. You know. No,
No.
you're not. You're not really.
Alice,
atheist.
you're cool. We already said that.
Yeah, I know. Say it again.
So, but my
Pride.
whole thing is like, you know, the world today wants to tell me, like, you know, don't pose your beliefs on others. Which okay, fine,
Okay.
fine.
There's a difference between Bible bashing and education, though.
Okay.
If you're willing to,
That's all I believe in.
right?
You don't-
If you're gonna like
Yeah, here.
try to have me learn from you and you learn from me, that's okay. But if you're gonna disregard my beliefs and just try to have me believe yours, that's when I won't.
Doesn't
have
that
a
go the same for
conversation.
like politics?
Of course.
I see what she's getting at.
Of course, but you know it.
Just saying.
Yeah, and I do. I feel the same way about politics.
Alice, you're
There's a-
insane.
I won't
No,
talk to
I-
somebody politically if it's going to be them only trying to bash me into believing
And you
their
wouldn't
side.
keep like reading things that are politically.
And let me
That's why I don't
incorrect.
post
I
them
was
anymore.
doing that without realizing, but once you said
It's
it was
okay.
a problem, I have tried not to do that.
And let me-
I've stopped posting on Facebook about political stuff just because all of my friends do. All of my friends post way too
do you
much
see me
political
give him
stuff.
side eyes when he brings up Trump? I'm like, hey, stop! Your mom's in the car.
No, it's okay. I can handle it.
and let me say one more thing though.
Yeah, go for it.
Is this?
My life. What is that?
Piece of glass.
Oh wow, that's from
Did
last
that come
week.
off of here?
Yeah, that thing's breaking. I got to get a new one. They actually make an aluminum one, which I'm going to pick up. Yeah. Okay.
Look at you.
Aluminium.
My
Look at
aluminum.
Look at this growth I've inspired.
It's all.
This is fantastic.
He's changed my hookah game, but
Yeah.
but listen,
Brain
I
explosion.
I had a sister who died of cancer when I was 12.
Ow.
I've had my one of my really good friends, pretty much a best friend. I had to go to his funeral years ago. He died at 30 or 29. It was right around when we turned 30. He died in his sleep. And he was a Christian. She was a Christian. Her mom was a Christian. The fact that you're a Christian or believe in God, right? Believe in God, doesn't mean, in fact, in the Bible, it says that you are going to go through seasons. It's going to be good and it's going to be bad. No different from anybody who's not. The way that we look at it as Christians, all the bad things that happen in our lives, the way that we look at it is this is just training to make, basically, it's twofold. One, it's training for us, because when we weep, we don't weep alone. We cling
Sure feels like it.
we cling to the Father when situations like that happen, and He's our strength. Okay, twofold. Sometimes when people die, it forces a situation that maybe if they hadn't died would never have happened. Now I know that's somewhat, I'm using the wrong word, fatalistic or whatever.
You're saying some people's lives are simply to illustrate a bad.
No,
point.
no.
That's what happened.
Carmelo's
I don't
life
think that's
wasn't
what he meant,
simply
though.
that.
That's what it
He's
was to
saying
me.
that Carmelo's life changed something in your life.
It
Yeah.
did. But what it did is it changed my perspective on illness, not on God.
What I'm
and
sa-
the
what I'm-
perspective on illness changed my perspective on God.
What I'm saying, I hear you.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I
There's
do
there's
hear
an
you.
underlying problem in that.
I do hear you.
you
But
got to
what-
think about what
but-
causes it.
But
Is
what
it-
I'm saying is,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is that it's not that God made Carmelo die. It's that even in this situation, good can come from it.
That's not
No.
what I realized, though.
I know it's not what you
I
realize.
That's
what
not
I
what you
realized is
realized,
that there
but-
is nothing guiding the universe.
What's
There's
guiding you?
No, there's nothing. Nothing guides anything.
God
That's
guides
what
me.
I learned.
God guides
We
me.
need something
Nature
to guide
and
us.
progression?
I
Yeah,
think
nature
people,
drives
we need that.
everything. Well, you need that tether. Some people need it.
We
Their
do.
mind can't wrap around the concept of a universe that has no guiding principle behind it. And that's what I think I realized is that there is no guiding principle. The good
See,
things
for
happen
me,
to good
there is
people.
a-
Bad
there
things
is,
happen to
though.
good people. That's just the nature of the universe.
What
Is
was
that there
supposed-
is no purpose.
What was supposed to come out of what happened to Carmelo was
But see, you're
that
adding
other
purpose.
people were supposed to learn from the mistakes that were made.
Exactly. You're learning the purpose. You're saying
You know,
what you
other
think it is.
soldiers would not be neglected.
You're taking away from it what you want. What you really got to think about is how did
But
it?
it's not
how
a
did it come-
religion. It's all
Well, yeah, but how did it come to happen?
human nature, I guess, or human.
And by the way, I think your
You gotta
mom.
get to the underlying what happened.
I think what
It
Alice.
Happened is
and
that
there
a
was
doctor
nothing to-
overlooked his illness.
Exactly, and nothing stopped that from happening.
Yeah, but why did it have to stop it?
Exactly.
Why did
It
anything have
didn't
to?
need to. That's what happened.
But it was at his expense.
It was unavoidable. You could not escape that scenario from happening.
Right.
So why?
So Carmelo
Why-
had to die in order for these doctors to realize, or
But-
military people realize,
would they?
don't send our soldiers home.
And actually, how did those
But that's
doctors?
an after effect. It's
and
the before that I'm
let
worried
me ask.
about.
Let me ask you a question. Did you ever talk to the doctors after the fact?
Of course I did. A lot of them. One of them said he definitely didn't have cancer.
So
That he was poisoned.
how did they feel about that?
They were very upset about it. They were angry.
So how do you think
but
that changed them?
It definitely changed them. But that's what I'm trying to say is that if you look at a long enough view of time, because we always talk about the fact that time is what I focus on, long enough view of time, the only thing that's changed anything in human history is the fact that we can look at the past and we can adjust the future. And that is what made me disbelieve in God. The fact that the only thing that actually affects any change is our observation of the past.
You know, that's in a crazy way. That is you grasping for control.
No, it's not. It's acceptance of the fact that there is no such thing as control. The only thing you can do is observe the past and change the future as much as you can.
Isn't
There's
that
a lot
what
of
we
things that
always
are out
do?
of-
Isn't that what we've always
But
done?
that's happened
with
before
everything?
But it
I
happened
think in
before
some ways,
Christianity.
For people,
It
they
happened
get
long
comfort
before
for being
Christianity.
in control.
Right.
Other people get comfort for having somebody else in control. You know,
Yes.
Christians
You mean like-
Passing off the
find
control.
comfort
You mean
in-
like
in-
codependence?
Yes, they're dependent on the
Okay,
concept.
not really
Actually-
control. I think guidance.
Guidance,
We need
control.
guidance. I know for me,
I'll say control.
having
either word
having
works.
a relationship with God gives me that peace
How
and
sca-
that
Here-
guidance through my life.
here's
that
what
I,
it felt
I
like.
want to
Here's
do
what it
all the
felt-
right things. I want to be a good person. I want to help others. I want to, whereas some people don't feel that way.
Here's what it felt like, realizing that there is no control in the universe. You're at the supermarket with your parents, and all of a sudden you can't find them
Oh
because
my God.
they're nowhere to be
That's
found.
happened to me.
But
Oh, where's my baby?
but but from the point of view of the child, it's like, okay, where's my parent? Now I don't know what to do with myself.
Right.
That's the realization of being an atheist. It's like, oh wow, there was never a parent in the first place.
Excuse me?
There was never someone there.
But and you
I
know,
take it you were lost in a grocery store.
No, he was lost,
I was lost
in-
at a park.
at a
Did
beach.
you still have faith that at some point your
Yes.
mom would find you, though?
I did, but that is
And
it
I
undermines the
did.
idea. If you think about it, that maybe there was never a God. Just entertain the idea.
Well,
Maybe somebody-
I don't know. When I found you, I sure was praising the
You were
Lord.
scared.
Because they said, oh, yeah, that little boy belongs to that crazy lady
there's
who's
people.
screaming and yelling.
You
There's-
find that the universe makes a lot more sense.
There's-
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
There's
I hear
I
you.
would say I would say that
We're all just kids lost in a grocery store.
I would
Yeah.
say based on the architecture of life on this planet,
Yeah,
it does not make sense for a creator not to exist.
I would
Yeah.
argue the exact opposite.
Yeah, I
That the
don't-
only way it makes sense is if there isn't.
And
the
if
only way
either
it
one
makes
of those
sense.
things were ever proven, this
One of them
world
already
would be
has.
like,
It doesn't.
Well,
It doesn't necessitate
if
that.
we were to prove that there is no God, if
I think that
man
that's
could
happened.
prove that, no, there hasn't. I don't believe that.
Nobody
it's just a matter.
Nobody has proven
It's a
that
matter
there
of getting
is
to that
no
level
God.
of understanding.
nobody
I
has
think.
ever
Nobody's
exactly
ever come back
It's a
from
matter of
dead.
getting to
No-
that level of understanding.
nobody look atheists and Christians are in the same on the same level playing field
Yeah, we're on the
Mm-hmm.
same boat.
because you guys can't disprove and we can't prove.
Prove exactly.
Here's the thing. It's like being on a boat and there are no oars on the boat, and I'm saying there are no oars, and you're saying I'm sure there were oars here.
No,
That's exactly what it's like.
No.
We're stuck on the same boat, and I'm saying there are no oars here.
no, I don't think
And you're
that's a
saying
good,
I'm certain there are oars here.
I don't
There
were
oars here.
I don't think that's the correct
But we're
analogy.
gonna wait. The oars will
Either
show up.
way, the
They're just
the reason for the
invisible.
metaphor is
You can't
either
see
way
'em.
we're in a boat with no oars.
You can't see them. They might be there.
This is
Exactly.
This is how I put it. We're on a boat with no oars, right?
Yeah.
But we have waves, and the waves are pushing us
Yes,
towards somewhere.
exactly.
And you know what? We also have
Exactly.
hands, and we can reach down into the water.
And
I
Get
hate
bit
to
by
be
a
this
shark.
mean, but you know what pushes waves, right? It's the pull from the moon.
Yeah.
Sure.
So.
okay.
But as far as the
But
analogy,
moon.
This is great because the
We're
metaphor
both-
is the waves were brought here by God, right? When it really is the
Who
moon.
made the moon pull the waves?
You can keep going
God
back,
did
and that's the argument with that makes atheists go crazy is because we'll prove one thing, and then the goalpost gets shifted back further,
And that's why I
and we'll
don't
prove
care.
that, and we'll
Dude,
move the goalpost
dude.
even
That's why
further
I
back.
don't
Dude,
care that
dude,
he's atheist. I don't
dude,
care.
the
That's why I
wave
don't care
the
that
wave
you're
I
thing,
don't care.
dude, the
It's
wave
okay.
It's a metaphor. I get
the wave
that.
thing
My
was
son.
just
That's it.
the wave thing was just a metaphor.
I know.
man.
Man.
Yeah.
Dude.
Just like the
Such a
oars,
metaphor.
just like the
Like the
oars
oars
thing was a
were.
metaphor.
What is it? That
You didn't have to go into the moon and
No, have you
so-
heard this?
The moon was a metaphor.
Do you have to go into the moon?
Have
and
you-
Yes,
everything?
it did.
Have you heard this metaphor about being in a dark room? Being in a dark
With a
room,
flashlight.
looking for a cat, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
no.
You're
go
looking for a
ahead.
black
Science-
cat in a dark room.
Yeah, you're looking for a cat in a dark room, right? Science is like using a flashlight. Christianity is like saying, I definitely know it's a tabby. That's the problem. Is you're
No,
assuming
no,
you're
no,
assuming you know what the cat is
No.
without
No.
seeing
Right,
it.
No.
science. You
Yeah.
go in and you look and you find out for sure
Let me tell you something.
what the cat is.
Metaphysics is a discipline in which I think
Attributes about physics.
atheists tend to ignore metaphysics. They bring in science of what we can understand, but when it becomes metaphysical, then it's like it doesn't exist. Well, we know
I
metaphysics
didn't jump to
exists.
that conclusion.
No, but I'm saying
Yeah, I get
that
what you
that
mean.
cat and that was a well, we don't even that analogy is like metaphysics doesn't exist, and we know it exists.
We do, and what I mean is what you can act upon is all that you know. So if I'm in a dark room,
But don't you
and I
know
don't
that we
know
are?
that there's a
Don't
cat in
you
there,
don't you know that we're all just terribly ignorant?
Oh, maybe
We're all just terribly ignorant.
about a lot of things.
People 1,000 years, if there are people 1,000 years from now, are
Or
going to look
time
at us and
argument.
go, "Those guys were cavemen."
And 10,000 years from that, if we're still here, they'll say even worse things.
Right.
But that's what we can say right now is all we know. You know,
Right.
what we know right now.
Exactly. So, as an
So-
atheist, I think atheists should have I think atheists in general should have not class. They should have the
Humility.
humility and wherewithal to say, "I don't know."
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of I don't knows that go around in the atheist community. There's not a lot of I knows. Okay, that agnostic atheism is probably the largest grouping of atheists in America. So when you say that, a lot of people get that. They say that.
Okay.
Damn, I totally lost my train of thought.
I like to think that there's more after I die.
This is why I feel like I lean a little bit more towards agnostic than atheist because I don't know.
Well, you're honest. That's an honest.
Sure that-
And
I'm just sure the afterlife is stranger than anything anybody's dreamed up.
I agree.
It's stranger, as in you might end up weighing your heart against the feather, my friend.
What does that
It's
mean?
Egyptian.
Oh. I should know that. Dang
Yeah.
it. I was never into Egyptology though.
That's my thing. Egyptians, they're the founders of culture. That's where you get the idea of cults.
Did you hear that they just I don't know if this is 100% real yet,
Yeah.
but they just put out a thing that they found an older how they say Africa's the cradle of humanity?
Mm-hmm.
Now they're saying Europe is the cradle of humanity.
It goes back and forth.
They just found more bones. And they're
Oh,
always
cavemen.
archaeologists, good archaeologists, you know what they say? They say this is
Oldest
the
found.
oldest whatever
right,
that we know of so far.
right.
They never
That we
say
know of.
that we know of.
Yeah.
Not this is the
This
oldest.
is the oldest one, and it's ever going to be, no.
Keep
So-
digging. Keep digging.
The context, right? What you were just saying about like in 10,000 years or 1,000 years, we'll think we're stupid. So you go back 200 years, and everyone was pretty stupid about germ theory. A lot of people thought that illnesses were the result of
Yes.
some kind of disobedience or
Right.
against God.
Right.
And this is what I'm talking about. This is why you can throw the baby out with the bathwater as an atheist and feel okay. Those kinds of beliefs lead us into these bad decision making. And whether you believe or not,
We have zealots-
You gotta throw the baby out with
Dude,
the bathwater.
we have zealots like that now.
I know you have anti-vaxxers, right? And that's what I'm talking about. Before the polio, have you ever known anybody with polio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
My brother Robert.
Robert has polio.
That's why he limps.
Yeah, I knew a
Has
couple
he been
guys.
vaccinated?
A long time ago.
I knew a couple guys with a big boot. Sure.
My brother Robert had polio when he was little. That's why he limps. That's why he walks the
I
way he
think
does.
of a more obscure illness that's been eradicated.
Well, listen.
You ever know
Measles
anybody with
just came back.
You ever know anybody with
Well,
smallpox?
it's never really been gone.
I get
but
I get your
Eddie,
point.
what'd you say?
Smallpox.
But
You ever
what
know
I'm
anybody
saying
with
is
smallpox?
what I'm saying is that you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater because you do not have conclusive evidence.
What does that mean?
Conclusive evidence?
No.
Oh.
throwing the baby
That
out
I-
of the bathwater.
Yeah.
Baby with the bathwater. It's like you've got a tub and the water's dirty and the baby's in it and you just throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah, the baby
Oh my God.
the baby-
The baby is
Not
the
really.
idea.
Okay.
Hold on,
The baby
it's-
idea is the good
she's
idea
wondering what
within the bad
analogy you're
idea.
making.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't throw all of your ideas out the window because you don't know is there really a God? I don't want to throw God out with the bathwater because there might be a God in the bathwater.
Okay. I got
At this point in time, though, we got to think about that sort of thing. Because all of human history, you look at it, bad beliefs lead to bad things happening to humanity. The side effects of human cooperation have been good, but that's all that they've been. Religion only helped us get to the point of, okay, we need to work together because we all believe this specific thing. Turns out if we just work together and we don't believe that stuff, we can get better results. And that's what you have in the Enlightenment. That's what you have in the modern scientific
I
era.
completely disagree with that
But
because
that's where you get modern science from.
just so
or
you
modern
know,
medicine.
the first universities in the U.S. and in England were all religious Christian universities.
That's a dominion. That's a
I'm saying that if your higher learning and thinking is you're trying to paint the picture that Christian. I'm not going to speak for other religions because I don't even like religion.
yeah.
I like Christianity. I like Christ. So
And I don't have a problem with that. What
you've got science. You've got hospitals came from
Yeah.
Christianity. All these things.
Well,
Poor.
That's like saying there was no such thing as a Greek hospital.
Taking care of the poor, modern hospitals, man, modern,
There's no such thing as a Roman hospital. Or
modern.
have you ever met a Dominican friar or like anybody who's like in a monastery? They don't believe. They don't have to believe. They're in it for the ceremony and the research.
Once again, you're talking about a small data point.
I know, but what I'm talking about is that the people who care about the science and the good works and helping people, do they care about the religion or do they care about helping people?
Both.
Well, then what's the benefit? Where does humanity benefit from more? Humanity benefits more when
If
these
you
people
belie-
of great learning
if you-
focus on helping people.
If you believe,
not on the religion.
if you believe that for this little finite piece of time, that there's going to be an infinite amount of time after that, then I would say that the belief and the being
they're-
saved is more important.
You talk to various physicists; they know exactly when the heat death of the universe is going to occur. But
Whatever. I'm not even talking about. I'm not even talking about on this plane, my friend. I'm saying if you believe,
yes,
if you're
okay.
talking, if you're believing in a life after death,
yes,
then the life after death that's forever is more important than the little bit of life here that we
Right.
suffer through.
Yes.
in that context,
Yeah.
the people who make those decisions, they help people for that finite amount of time, and that's what's important.
Yeah, but that's because we have a charge as Christians to help our fellow man,
That's
to
saying-
bring comfort to the people that need comfort.
Then what about the atheists who do it? And what about the people who've exemplified
They're
it, who
doing
aren't
great.
believers?
Good.
But
They
that's-
did good. But
that
how?
undermines the philosophy, don't you think?
What do you mean?
It undermines the concept that belief is a necessity in order to help humanity.
I didn't say that.
But that's the problem.
You asked me
don't
which
need
one.
the belief.
You asked me which one was more important.
Yes. Okay.
I'll tell you which one's
the
more
belief
important.
is more important than helping people.
No, if you believe, you're helping people.
Are you?
Yeah, you're supposed
We
to
were
be.
just talking about people who believe and live horrible lives, helping no one.
And would you say they're a good proponent of that belief?
You would say that they're believers, and that's all that matters.
I wouldn't say they're
You say
believers.
that that's more important than helping people.
I didn't say they were
You
believers.
You just said that.
No,
You just said-
no. When you were when she was talking, your mom was talking about people that just say they are Christians
Mm-hmm.
but don't live the life.
Right.
They're not believers.
No.
Are
You
they?
don't do things.
Posers. It's gonna. They're hypocrites.
So if they believe, they still have to perform works.
If you no,
That's the quandary you're in.
I'm not in a quandary.
shouldn't-
In order to be saved, you have to believe.
So if they believe, they will demonstrate it by.
Doing good things.
Which is
yeah.
works.
Which is. It should.
And if
come,
they don't, if
it
they're
should come
posers,
natural to
they
them.
won't perform the works.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you want a degree
Yes.
on the wall,
You
do you
go
have
to college.
you have to do the homework?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why?
To earn it.
I could print you out a piece of paper that says you have a diploma.
Yeah.
Okay, one that
Exactly.
that's not.
Then where's the
I-
honesty?
here's
Where's
my-
the honesty in that?
But
Yeah.
that's-
Where's
that-
the honesty?
I'm not
in
seeing that doctor.
But
no,
that's-
where's the honesty
But
in
that's
that?
that's the
You know?
quandary. Like
It's like when somebody says,
Yeah.
"Man, I gotta get a job. I gotta get a job." Dear God, please, I need to get a job.
But they don't
They
actually go
they
through
sit there in that chair.
They're not a job seeker.
They're sitting
I
in that
swear I'm a
chair.
job seeker.
I need a job. God, I need a job.
You're not a job
God,
seeker. You've
God,
been
when are you
playing
gonna give me a
Xbox all
job?
day.
Exactly. That job is never going to come unless you get up off your butt and get out there and go get it.
I'll give you a beer, but
It's like anything.
we're about
Sure,
to
bear with me, bro.
we're about to
Wrap
close.
up.
We're about to wrap up
Oh
here.
no, I won't take one.
You sure?
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up.
You can just pound one.
No, because I gotta drive.
All right.
It's
So-
like anything. Anything you ask for, you got to work for it.
Well,
Okay,
wait,
so-
wait. I
God
want.
is not
Go
just
ahead.
going to. It's not going to just
I
fall
want
out
to.
of the
I want to.
sky.
I want to. I want to. I want to addendum.
just saying.
I want to addendum that just a little bit. In order to be saved,
Mm-hmm.
which basically means that you are with the Father in
Mm-hmm.
heaven, you've got to accept the Father in heaven.
Exactly.
But if you accept the Father in heaven, then you're going to follow his things that he says, hey, if you really do believe in me, if you really are my son or my daughter as a parent, you're not going to do the things that that I know are going to hurt you
Exactly. Or hurt someone.
or hurt
else.
other people. You're going to be a good person, a stand-up person that's going to do good in this world. Like use your
That's why I know that
use your
I
knowledge.
did that for my
use
son.
your knowledge for good, not evil.
Exactly.
And Lena,
That's why
what
it doesn't make a difference to me.
that's what I was
what he
getting
believes
at.
in.
Is there's
Just doesn't.
The quandary.
there's a quandary.
What's the
there in
quandary?
that belief is enough to get into heaven, and it's enough to live a good life as a
And
Christian.
to have a good heart.
Or belief is required with works,
Belief.
and the
belief-
works are demonstrating that you believe.
Let's say this way. If I have a rope
Okay.
and you're hanging by a branch
Okay.
and you're going to fall to your death. All right?
Okay.
And I say, listen, you're getting kind of tired, huh? You're like, yeah, I need that rope. You need the rope. Here's the rope. Take the rope. You take the rope.
Yes.
The act of taking the rope is because you believe the rope will save you.
Yes, I believe it.
You believe the rope will save you, but you had to
Climb
You
up
had
the
to
rope.
act on it.
climb up the
And
rope too,
that's-
right?
That's what I'm talking about.
So imagine somebody who doesn't believe the rope will save them. And they say, yeah, no, I believe the rope will save me, but they keep hanging on to the branch and then they lose their...
Other way around then, in the same scenario. You're hanging on by a branch. Somebody's hanging a rope down, and you don't reach up for it. You just climb down off the tree.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You're
or
not
you
on a
look
tree,
for
you're-
another-
I'm sorry.
You're hanging by a limb.
you're hanging- you're hanging
there's
by-
no way of like.
You're hanging by a branch
You
on a...
work your way off the branch.
in
let's-
the middle of nowhere.
Okay, honest,
nothing else
yeah.
to do. They're
gonna use
There's
science to
nothing
try to
else.
get out of there.
I know.
Exactly.
They're gonna
Of
use
course.
science.
Exactly.
Well,
That's-
well, he
yeah.
can't.
But
he-
it's kind of the same thing because you
I'm
still
gonna
have to
look around
believe
for
that
other
God is going to
options.
save you if you
can't-
act on what is there for you.
You can't
what
use
has
science
been
in
put in
this.
front of you.
You can't use science, a cute science like get out of it card, because what I'm saying is unless you grab the rope, and
Yeah.
but you have to believe the rope will save you. So now I'm a rope climber.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Now I'm a guy that believes in grabbing that damn rope.
Let's go the other way then. You reach up for the rope, and you pull on it, and you pull on it, and you pull on it, and you don't get saved.
That's not the analogy that
yeah,
he's trying to
that's-
show you.
You can't climb out because
You're
the rope
trying
doesn't
to,
pull
you're
you up.
trying to
That's
change
maybe
it.
the rope is pulling you up too, though.
Maybe it
Maybe
isn't.
you need a little help.
Thank
Exactly.
Maybe you do need a little help.
Amen to
Maybe
that.
you pull on the rope, you reach out. No, this is great. You reach out for the rope, you believe it's going to help you, but you fall anyway. Yeah. That's the scenario you're talking about.
Oh, you know what that is? That's called sleeping Christians. Actually, there's something like that in the Bible. That's people that
We call them closet atheists.
yeah. Well, hear me out on this, okay?
Oh my God.
You're like, fine, I'll grab it because it's.
I
you're telling me
I'm
it's gonna
supposed to
work.
hold it.
Hear me-
Mom said to hold the rope.
Hear me out. Hear me out though, because I feel like my analogy isn't really.
I
help-
didn't science
help
my
me.
way out of
Sciencing
that
it
one.
up.
It
We
all
tried
comes
to, though.
down
No, I
to
didn't
obey.
No,
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 way
no,
out of that
here,
one.
no,
to
here.
being
Okay.
Here-
to have obedience.
Hear me out.
In order to live our lives to the fullest that we can. If we just go about doing whatever, that's how you end up in jail or killing somebody or,
I've never been in jail.
Me neither.
but that's because you do the right things. You're a good person. I'm not referring to you. I'm referring to other people that feel like, hey, I can do whatever I want. I don't have to believe in God. Just do whatever I want.
Okay.
You remember the joke about this? The guy who's in a flood, and he's on the roof of his house, and a guy comes by in a boat, and he's been praying for all day, and this guy comes by in a boat, and he says to the guy, no, I'm going to pray. You've heard this joke, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pray. God's going to save me. And he waits another little while, and the water gets up to the top of the roof. And another boat comes by, and he says, no, it's okay. I'm good. God's going to save me. And the roof is almost covered in water, and all of a sudden a helicopter comes by. He says, hey, we're going to save you. They lower the rope down. He says, no, I'm praying. God will save me.
Maybe
The
God
The guy
sent that
dies.
boat.
He
He
has
dies in a,
sent
he
you-
dies.
boat.
He has sent you things that was God saving you.
In that joke,
That's what I was saying about acting on.
Right.
you know what's great about
That's
that
what
joke?
I was talking about earlier.
You know what's great about that joke? If he had acted in the beginning, he would have been saved, and he wouldn't have to
Yeah.
believe anything. He just would have had to get himself out of that
If
scenario.
he had,
So what is atheism saving you from?
Nothing. It's supposed to make you act on reality. That's all you should act on. You act on belief, you're going to end up that guy that's drowning and meeting God and
No,
saying,
you're
hey,
drowning.
why didn't you
No,
save
no, no.
me?
Wait a minute. You're drowning either way in this scenario.
No, you're not, because you're acting on the first boat that comes along because, hey, another one might not.
What are you being saved from?
Dying. Drowning. Not being saved in that scenario. That's the point.
Well, we all
If you
die.
act on...
You mean in being
do,
an
but
atheist? What are we being saved from?
Yeah.
there's-
In this analogy,
You're
what,
saying,
what are you
saying
being
that the
saved
moral
from?
quandary is why
I
live.
I think a
I
lot
think-
of people who are atheists don't. It's like we were talking about before. The fairy tale. I don't want to waste. Okay, I don't want to say me, but maybe me, maybe
No,
other
it's-
atheists don't want to feel like they're wasting time
Waiting for
believing
the
in
signs.
a fairy tale when they could be getting off their butt and doing it themselves.
Well, that's why you
Doing
learn
what?
to
Skip-
look
skip-
for the
whatever it is they
signs.
need to do in life.
What do they need to do?
Oh,
What
I
they
need to get
wanna
a
do.
job. You know,
Right,
like,
but-
God's not going to send me a job. I got to get online and
Yeah,
do my
but how do?
research and find myself a job.
How does a Christian not get things done?
Well, I'm not saying that they're not.
It's the inspiration of faith, right? Like you were saying, somebody, like Mom was saying, somebody sits on their butt and just says, "Please, God, get me a job."
Yeah.
Why did you waste the time praying for something? Why don't you just go do it?
Yeah, why not?
Because
But
God
that's
has
the
given
problem,
you the
right?
ability
Is
to
it-
get
That's
up
not a-
and
Is it-
go
it's
do
faulty-
It. He's given
That's
you
not
the
a-
ability.
That's
for
not
me,
a-
I don't
that's not a
feel
God
like-
problem.
I
No,
don't
it's a
feel
faulty
like
inspiration
praying
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gets
but
me
that's
anywhere
not.
closer.
Yeah.
What's
I
that?
don't. I don't feel like praying gets me any closer to getting a job any more than me getting off my butt is.
Why do
gonna
you
get me.
wait? So you think
a
you
job.
pray to get stuff?
No, but
Pray for the power,
no.
the strength to do it, or whatever.
That-
Anything that delays you
But
from actually
there's-
going and doing something.
You know, you pray for more than just stuff, right?
Yes,
And
but
you
we
know-
were using
Guidance.
that analogy.
And you know,
I
prayer's
mean-
not for you. Prayer's for
Right.
God.
Right, but we were talking about.
It's
getting
called
a job, that's why I used
communication.
that as a.
Now.
When I
I
was
just don't
Yeah.
believe. So why am I gonna have a conversation to somebody in my head that I don't believe in?
because I don't know.
It feels silly.
Just a
I
sample.
don't know how
Yeah.
else to.
When
You
I was-
shouldn't.
when
You
I
shouldn't.
was
If you don't believe,
38
you shouldn't.
When, you're
When I was
38
38 years
That's
old,
why I don't. pray.
I was
don't believe.
diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. Okay,
How old were you?
38.
Wow.
Okay. I had a strong relationship with the Lord.
Right.
Okay.
very strong, if I
Very
remember
not
right.
as strong.
And for
Till
you,
after
praying to God probably
I
brought
did
you
not pray to
peace.
God though. I did not pray to God. I didn't pray to God until I had a vision. Okay? And as a believer, I believe God sent me that vision of my sister to give me a sign. You need to fight to live. Okay?
The
I didn't
atheists
pray.
just checked out. They checked out.
I did not pray, oh God, please, I want to get better. I want to
Hallucinations
get.
happen.
I prayed for a sign. I
Right.
prayed for strength to beat this disease that was killing me. And when I got the sign, that's when I felt that the Lord took over, and the Lord did make me better. I feel that I had to get the sign, and then I had to get up off my ass and start going to the doctor. I had to work harder. I had to eat, even though I threw up every time. I had to fight, me, physically. But I felt I couldn't do it without the power of the Lord helping me to do it.
You know, and that's
why
a
I think it's
fantastic
okay for
story.
people
Okay?
to
You know, without that
to have their
sign,
beliefs because
I
that
couldn't
got
have done
you
it.
through it, and that's a good thing.
Honestly, though, and this will be the last thing I say.
Yeah.
The problem with how people look at Christianity is they look at it and their believers as me. What can I get? What can I get? In my opinion, okay, as far as my study over the years, Christianity is not really about you anymore. Just like being a mom is not about you
No, it's about
anymore.
the children.
Christianity is about having communion with the Creator that created you and created everyone. And when you look at it that way, when you look at it the correct way, you stop asking questions like, "Oh, why me?" and say, "Okay, why not me?" And how can I take this?
Show me the way.
How can I
Show me
take
the way.
how can I take this and do even more with my life? How can I do even more good?
I feel like we see that the same way with science, though. Like, what can science do for everybody that would benefit everybody?
Sci-
I'm
are
gonna-
you science?
I like science. I like nature.
No,
Nature's more.
but I
fun,
mean,
I'd
are you
say.
science?
Am I science?
Are you science?
I'm made up of science,
Really?
Yeah, this is a complicated
nature,
topic.
things like that.
Well, yeah, you are from nature, but are you science? The science is what? It's
I'm an ecosystem. I'm not an organism. I'm just gonna put that out there. Like that's the
It's
way
true.
you got to look at things.
it's true, but you're
But
not.
it
But you're
doesn't-
not a body.
I'm
you're
an
a
ecosystem.
soul.
I'm not one organism. I'm many
That's right.
organisms.
You have a body.
But
You
if
are a
you-
soul.
Okay, it's C.S. Lewis stuff. What you were saying about the what were you just saying?
I was
He
talking
was- he
about the
was
fact
talking
that
about-
I was flipping it. It's
Yeah.
not about what God. It's not me.
What can I get from God?
Right.
What can I
Yes.
get from you, Dad? What can I get from you? It's all about how you can give me power. It's not about that. It's
Okay.
about
About what
having
you-
a
Okay. No.
relationship,
That's
Country can
fine.
do for you,
a
it's what you can do
relationship
for your
with
country.
the
JFK,
Creator.
thanks.
Yeah, JFK.
So the problem with that is we skip over that step of that moral uncertainty of questioning God.
What moral
The,
uncertainty?
oh God, please help me. We never have that struggle. We just get right to the problem.
No,
we
no,
skip
no.
over that
Human
whole
beings.
possible.
King David in his Psalms wrote, "This sucks. Why me?" All that stuff.
Yes,
Because he's human. We're human. We need help.
and
We
that's
need
what I'm-
help.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And
Leo,
we
is
ask-
that
we ask for
atheists
help.
skip over that.
What
We
part?
get right to helping. We skip over the
Sometimes you
asking
can't
for help
just
and we
get
go
right
straight to helping.
Sometimes you can't, because as human beings, some of us need a higher power.
All of us. And
I mean, I'm just saying that for their sake.
And
but
I'll say this.
we need a higher power. We need to know.
I'll say this, Eric.
I think you do. You two do. But
That's why
when
I
it
said
comes to
some
a,
of us.
a specific problem, you can either seek or you could seek guidance, or you can seek comfort from God,
And
or
when-
you can get straight to addressing the problem. And there's two different modes there.
Not every
You can seek
problem.
comfort.
Not every problem in your life is going to be solved by advances in science.
It's not.
No.
But the fact that you're seeking comfort means you're not looking for an answer.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
I
It's
wasn't
Let me
absolutely
let me ask you a
true.
question. When you were a child,
When you sought comfort, were you not thinking about
What-
specific things that you needed to be doing?
Dude,
I
Or were
did
you
not
thinking
even know
about
Dude,
I was
in
as
hos-
sick as I was
in hos-
when God sent me the sign that, wow, you're sick and you don't even know this.
Now,
I needed
Whoa,
to
whoa,
see
wait,
it.
wait,
if you
wait,
had
wait,
gotten
wait,
a
wait.
colonoscopy at 35, don't you think you would have
Let me
avoided
answer.
that whole situation?
Let me answer that. Let me answer
I
that.
didn't get it at 35.
Exactly.
I got it
That's
within the whole thing
science.
happened
Let me
within
let me
3
answer let me
days.
answer that. Let me answer that though. When you were a kid
Yeah.
and you cut yourself or
Ain't
whatever,
crying to me. No.
and your mom patched you up, did you not still want comfort?
Did I?
Did you not still want comfort?
There are some kids who
He
don't.
was
though.
a little different.
You're telling me you've never needed any comfort in your life.
Absolutely, I
he
have,
did.
but I don't see it in an unknown, uncommunicating entity.
And
I don't
think
reach
that's
out
why
to
he's
the
the way he
ether.
is today, because
I don't see
when he
comfort in
heard-
non-answers. I see comfort in answers.
What do you mean non-answers?
I don't. When you pray, do you
He'd
actually
call
get
me.
anything back
Yes.
that
he wouldn't
didn't
call
come
God,
from
he'd
you?
call me. I am his
Yeah,
God.
absolutely.
Well, yeah. That I
That's
don't know.
because he fully believes.
Yeah.
And he
I
gets
can't-
comfort from
Prayer.
right, exactly.
You guys-
from that
Not
communication with
From
From
answers.
calling
With
your
God.
mother and
You-
saying,
Calling my mom, calling
But I
people,
don't-
talking, working out the
not
problem.
everybody
Yes.
feels the same way about
and
stuff.
that's okay.
And
We're
that's
still
fine.
all good people.
I'm not saying that there's a right or a wrong way to approach this problem of comfort in times of struggle.
This is like
I'm
an
saying that-
endless discussion. You know that, right?
Yeah,
It
it'll never
can
end
go
up.
on for like
I've never
days.
stopped having it.
No, me neither. Me neither. And like I said in the beginning, it doesn't change the way I feel
Wait,
about my family. So
That's why somebody else's belief in religion doesn't change my feelings toward like you
Exactly.
being a Christian. I'm not going to try to convince you to believe in.
I might.
what'd you say?
I might.
No, you're
I'm
not.
not going to try to convince you to not believe in Christianity, but I'm also going to try to teach you about.
And I'm always
science and how
open-minded.
things
I'm
work,
always
but, you know.
listening. I'm always
know,
And, after
I-
we work through this,
not going
problem,
to
then we can
change
pray.
though.
I don't understand why people have this idea that faith and reason are mutually exclusive, that science and Christianity are two opposite things when so much science has
don't-
come from Christian thinkers. I mean, I don't understand that.
I don't
But-
think that they are.
And I studied with different religions.
Yes.
I've dabbled in different religions. I even did, believe it or not, what was that one?
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Jehovah's Witness for like 2 years. I
Oh, that's
studied
fun.
with them. Yeah, that was.
That's interesting.
And you know, I've done. Hey, to me, I feel we're
You were
all
seeking
heading in the
answers.
same. We're all looking for the same.
Maybe not answers, maybe just comfort.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe.
And
No,
when you see-
answers too, because that's the point of this podcast. In the
Anger.
deepest point. Well,
Righteous
righteous anger is a cute name for it, but the idea is that we're trying to answer questions that are existential questions, not questions like how do I get better memory and focus? What surgery do I need? I mean, those are great questions, and we should keep answering that because it looks like we have a cure for cancer now, finally. But
Yeah.
but there are questions
Using HIV to cure cancer.
that
Yeah.
there are questions that don't involve your body anymore.
Wait, what?
There are questions that are only, spiritual in nature.
No,
There-
what did you say about the cancer?
Cancer's cured.
Yeah,
she's
then why is
wondering
my
how.
father dying of cancer?
It's a very expensive treatment and it's experimental.
And they don't really do it here.
It's not going to be a routine for about 20 years.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they're using HIV to cure cancer.
wow.
And what they
kill
do is,
the-
it
to
targets
kill
the
the-
cancer cells and makes
yeah.
them destroy themselves.
And probably because he's.
They wouldn't be a good test.
I've lost a lot of people to cancer.
Yeah,
I'm so
me
happy to
too.
see this thing be. But of course,
Yeah, what next?
what's next?
Yeah.
Exactly. You always have to
Yes,
wonder. You know,
there's-
I know what's next.
Yin yang.
What is
You're
it?
gonna have-
Viruses.
viruses.
Viruses
Yeah.
are the next
Awesome.
thing to go.
And
All
then
right.
once those are cured, what's
Let's
come
end it.
next?
Superbugs. Superbugs and space
Let's close
exploration.
with a prayer. No,
All
I'm
right.
just kidding.
We're gonna
Let's all
we're gonna
bow our
close in
heads.
prayer.
We're gonna close in prayer.
Okay, so actually, you know what? There was a surprise to me that I only knew a couple of days ago that we're gonna have the lovely Alice, Eric's mom, and I just found out today we're gonna have Jess. This was a fantastic discussion, the kind that I think really gets to the heart of what people are searching for in life. You know, wherever they find it. I would say that most people haven't found it yet, and good. Keep living and keep searching for those answers. Next week, we have Stan Rada, who's the minister at a non-denominational church. I've tattooed him once. I hope to tattoo him again. And yeah, it should be really exciting. So we'll have him next week. He's going to come here, and we're going to talk about what he believes, how he lives life, how he sees how church should be done in a real Christian way, not the crappy Christian way that we mentioned here. Some people exhibit, but yeah. So it should be exciting. You guys come back next week. Yeah, it should be exciting. That's episode 10.
Righteous.
Ooh, righteous.
10 episodes.
Thank you guys for coming on the show today.
You're welcome.
for having
Thank you.
All right. See you guys later.